We're not live. We're not live.
We are now. Took its time, though. Took its time. Took about 4 minutes that then. Made us late.
Crikey Moses.
What's going on there? And the intro. It's really, you missed the intro. It took that long going live.
Oh my goodness.
It did. I mean, we really enjoyed that, didn't we? We were all bopping along to it.
Yeah.
Roland was singing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you missed it. I don't know what's going on there. Sorry, everyone. We clicked on it. It took forever to go. So.
His rendition of Edelweiss was just awe-inspiring.
An idiot. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live at the Bench. We're here for a few hours to keep you entertained, one way, shape, or another. Hope you had a good week. You have to bear with me because I've got to do all the setting up of it. So, bear with me. I hope you've had a good week, and you're looking forward to your weekend. Hopefully, you're all off. Nobody's at work over the weekend. Nobody should have to work a weekend, should they?
No.
Here for whatever that was. Yeah, I agree. I hope you're all looking forward to a weekend of peace and quiet and tranquility and everything amongst all that. So, yes, we're here with Roland. We've got me. We've got Rich Blondin's with us. Alan Parker. Jamie's with us. We've got Joe Cameron. What did Alan call him yesterday, Luke?
Oh, Joe Camelli.
I can't remember now. It was totally the wrong name. It was funny. Luke's here and Dan Croak's here as well. Adam's not here. He's got some family stuff going on. Dan's on holiday and Simon's on holiday as well. So, useless.
Slacker.
Behavior.
So, like I say, we're here to keep you entertained in one way, shape, or form. I don't know. Just bear with me a sec while I set all the stream up because I normally do it in the intro bit, but obviously, that's a pain.
Pain in the arms.
It is. So we've got the usual sections tonight. We've got Dan section done by Luke Ward, which will be showing everything we've been working on. We've got what you finished. It's going to be done by Roland. Got what you've been doing. What you've been buying, which Alan's going to do. Got questions for the crew with Dan. I forgot my question of the week. Luke forgot his section this week. And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Group build updates we got as well.
Been a busy boy.
No, there's nothing that we didn't cover last week anyway.
Well, we'll cover it again.
We can have a look.
Yeah, we'll cover it again. So, as always, if you're in the chat, say hello. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up as well. Obviously, we need your support there. Gets the stream algorithms going. Gets you recommended on other people's viewing content that might not normally watch us. So make sure you do that because it does help in the algorithms. Make sure you put your work in all the relevant sections. So if you've got your work in progress, I assume Dan's section's still open, is it? I don't know.
No, it's closed. I can open it again if people.
Let's see if we can get a few more people. And we've got a giveaway tonight as well. We've got a giveaway courtesy of Mr. Rich Blondin right there.
Right.
We've got a £20 UMP gift voucher tonight.
Very nice. Thank you, Rich.
But there's a caveat with it. If you remember last week, Tracy had a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Yes, very. Yes.
So we'll discuss that nearer the time. Or we just want to tell you it all.
Yeah, that's the best.
We'll see. But yeah, we'll do that through the night as well. So yeah, there you go. Do you want to read the chat down while I do all this?
Yep, can do. Where's my chat gone? There's my chat gone. Hugh Gordon was first in with an evening. You. Alan Parker's in there. Jeff Light's in saying good evening, guys, and everyone in chat. Good evening,
Jeff. Hello, Maggie.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Maggie.
Auntie Picala's in there saying good evening, folks.
Oh,
Hey, Andy.
Hello.
And Smoking Spitfires in the chat saying hello all.
You can remember that name.
Gary.
You let yourself. Hey, Adam. Hope you're all right, mate. See?
Another Adam.
Another Adam.
Roland's in there. Model kit beginner. Welcome to the show. Tracy F says we can't hear you.
What?
Who said
What?
that? Followed up then by hello. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Good.
If I could do sign language, I'd sign it because you can't hear us. So David Tubes is in there saying hello, guys.
Hey, Dave.
Hello, David. Simon Reed is in saying good evening, all.
That's Simon.
Daryl Masters is in there saying evening, crew. Hope well. Hello, all in chat.
Down.
Hey, Daryl.
Howdy.
And George Saylor says, hey, I'm actually on time.
No, that's right.
Yes, good to have you.
Welcome,
Well done.
George. Welcome.
Scale Motor Hobbies, Mr. Luke Ward says, oi, oi,
Oi.
in a Welsh accent. There we go. Paul J. Lewis is with us saying, evening, Paul, the live crew chat. Intro was brilliant. Non-existent.
That is just rumors, Paul. We are
Keep
heard.
you on your toes.
Evening, Mr. PJ.
PG.
And Rich Blondin is in chat and on screen with us today saying, good day, all.
Good old Rich.
Tracy F says, is someone talking?
No.
Could be the voices in your head, Tracy, ignoring you and not talking
They
to you.
probably make more sense.
Yeah. Collie K is in there saying, hello, have a great show. Thumbs up, done.
Hey, Cully.
Hey, Collie. Thank you for
Hey,
the
Cully. Hope you're okay.
Steve is in there saying, good evening, all. Good evening,
Steve.
Steve.
Good evening, Stephen.
Glenn Snyder is with us saying, hello, all. Hello, Glenn.
Hello, Glenn.
Jonathan Just is with us saying, good evening, all.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hello, Johnny.
And Hugh Gordon says, all good here, Tracy. And then Tracy says, Paul, you're frozen.
He's not having a good night today, Tracy, is he?
I'd say just let it go.
Yeah.
Rob 1970 is with us saying, evening, all. How's it hanging? Not bad, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
One to the left.
Hugh Gordon then says, Tracy, it's your end.
I think so too.
Oh, Christ.
Scale model Chris is with us saying evening all and a double thumbs up.
Hey, Chris.
Tracy says, haha, Hugh.
That's him.
This will go on.
Gesundheit. Aaron Timpson's with us saying hello all. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
Richard Thomas is in as well saying good evening all. Hey,
Hey,
Richard.
Rich.
Buddy.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, Rich.
Stephen Billingham was with us saying hi, Paul and team. Just popped in to thumbs up. Going to visit the grandson after his operation today.
All right.
Is that
Hope everything's okay.
He's
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah, hope he's recovering well, Stephen. Hugh saying hello to everyone in Chatty Land. Well done. Andrew is with us saying evening, Paul, live crew and all in chat. Hope everyone is well tonight. Yep, not bad, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. Yeah, bud.
Steve says working our way through a nice bottle of homemade pumpkin wine from our neighbours. It was made last year and new batches on the go ready for next year.
Very good.
I've never had that in my life.
What does that taste like?
Pumpkin, I would imagine.
Why can I comment on Dan's section when I've just turned the comments back on?
I'd already turned the comments back on. You've probably turned them off.
No, for God's sake.
Craig Stadius is with us saying evening all live crew and all in chat.
Hey,
Craig.
With a
Craig.
triple thumbs up from Craig. David M is with us saying good evening everyone.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Shane is with us saying hi gang at chilly 15 today.
Oof, that sounds cold.
Hey, Shane.
And Brian Windmill, the legendary Brian Windmill, is in chat saying good evening all. Hey Brian.
Hope you're doing well.
Tracy then asking Hugh, did you hear that? Hey. Skullfish is with us. Jason saying evening peeps. Hey Mika's in there saying good evening all. Hey Mika, hope you're doing well. A couple of hellos to each other. Larry Russo is in saying good afternoon everyone. And Randy Gagliano is in there saying hey all.
Hey Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Matt Jackson is with us saying evening guys, hope you're all well. Hey
Hello,
Matt.
Good, Matt.
Further hellos to each other. Adam's in the chat saying evening people, hope you've all had a brilliant week. Have a great show, mate.
Hi, Adam.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Hellos to each other. Chris Smith is in the chat saying happy Friday everyone.
Oh Chris.
Hello, buddy.
Thank you, Chris.
And Richard on monitoring duty saying 54 watching, a 37 thumbs up.
Oh.
You can do better.
Need some
You
more.
could.
Yes, come on.
Keep an eye on it, Rich. Keep an eye on it.
And we have Alex Lopez in the chat saying good morning from California. First time viewer looking forward to the show.
Hey,
Welcome aboard.
Here to be amazed.
What name is that, sorry?
Alex Lopez.
Hello Alex.
Sarah Neal is with us. Good evening, gents and all.
Oh Siren.
Colin Gauntlet is in saying good evening, guys. Hope you're all well.
Hey Colin.
all right. All right.
Forever Plastic Kit Cedric is there saying hi everyone from France and au revoir. For
Bonjour.
Paul only. I hope you're all good.
Here we go.
Honor
Here we
the
go.
wish to yourself. Jeff Light is in saying good evening, Darrell and Brian. Sean Degami is with us saying evening, guys. Hey Sean.
Hey Sean.
Sean White is in saying good evening all. Thank fup it's Friday.
Hello Sean.
You fupping better believe it.
You grassel.
That's the one. Steve says very nice Luke, pure rocket fuel.
Oh,
The pumpkin wine.
no, for me.
Go for it painting is back again saying hello.
Oh.
That's it.
Hello, Gopher.
Wayne Saunders is in. Hi guys.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey Wayne.
And Digsby James in saying sorry I'm late, had to get the boat out of the water for the winter. Trust all are doing well. Not bad.
Not bad, mate.
Worst
Right
problems.
now Simon's trying to get his line about the pool.
And George says, hey Alex Lopez, welcome to another Californian.
So we have
Yes.
two now. So the quota is fulfilled.
That's it.
What's that behind you, Roland?
It's insulation, a roll of insulation.
Ah, where are you insulating?
Ceiling.
Ah.
What does
Keep the
that
heat
do?
out.
Summer is coming, so make sure it's better insulated than it is.
It's going to get hot in there, isn't it?
It is going to get hot in there.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks.
And we're all caught up.
Well done, Dan.
Nice work, Dan.
So, yeah, there we go. Good seeing you people in the chat. Hello. If you are new, all the links down below take you to everything ISM related, the forum, the Facebook page, the Off Air Hangout group. You can come join us when we're off air in these Zoom calls. You can sit and chat and model with us off air. You've got the live show page for all the live show info, and all the posts are there for you to share your work and what you've been buying and that. There's everything in there. So make sure you go and click the links. Come and join our Facebook communities. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, get the bell notification to click, and give the video a thumbs up as well. It's good to see new people. Always is. Come and join our friendly community. Come and be a part of ISM and everything related to it.
You're on your own, Randy. You're on your own. He says he had his first 1350 ship in over 10 years. Any helpful hints? It's up to you guys.
I'm confused about the last comment, to be honest.
What's that?
Assuming his order, he means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hoping so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shipbuilding, good tweezers, good
Good
optimizer.
magnifying glass.
Yeah.
And lots of other non-kick boat related kits to build when you get fed up with it.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, Doug.
Patience. Space.
The final frontier.
Work on it only a couple of
Easy.
hours.
Did you mention lots of patience, Dan?
Depends if he's doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, you might get lots of patience. Good
All
point.
we need is just a little patience.
No more time.
I wouldn't take that.
What model of Dyson have you got there then, Luke?
You are?
What model of Dyson do you have?
Oh, that?
Like that look.
You had to ask, didn't you, Paul?
Decent.
Yeah. Jeez. This will be a long
Oh,
story.
it's got like a lead and a plug on it. Ugh,
It's-
how
Kirby sales.
2000 of you.
How uncouth.
Hey, don't know.
Gonna go up.
Don't want any crappy wireless ones.
Did you get that from the antique shop?
No,
Oh.
I got it from the Cool Bloke shop, right?
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Fair enough.
Actually, when we moved in, we didn't actually have one, and somebody was giving away for free on the estate. So
Yeah.
If you get another one with Scooby, get an animal one. They're good at getting the dog hair up.
well, it sucks like a Dyson, so good.
Happy days.
Weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Luke says I thought it was a coat rack. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't beat a Dyson for doing the hoovering.
Anyway. So yeah, what's everyone working on? Rowan, what have you got on the bench at the minute? I know we're going to see it in a bit, but what have you got on the bench at the minute?
Oh, I have the pickup, the service truck. I actually have just finished just a little bit of polishing and stuff to do. And then I will start with this one.
Oh, cool.
It's
You get the nun with it.
Holy
delivery.
mother.
You get the nun with it. Does the nun come with it?
Yes, it does. It does actually. Here she is.
Wow, that backfired, didn't it?
She's in pieces, though.
Sister Styrene.
Yeah.
Bad habits.
Yeah, bad habit, yeah. I've still got the Lancia on the go, the Delta from Olafati Hero, the Aston Martin DB11, and I just finished the Plymouth GTX today. Just put pictures up now. Put
Nice.
the rolling
Beautiful.
section. So
Yeah.
it turned out too bad. What are you working on, Rich?
I have got cleaning up my wizard.
It's cool, isn't it?
It is very.
I like the bird. Is it an eagle or an owl or something? Looks like an owl.
Owl. Yeah.
Do you know what the most common owl in the UK is, Rich?
Oh, God.
No, and America, actually, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Take a guess, Rich. Most common owl. Bit of trivia for you here.
I know I'm walking into it, Paul, but I'll say a barn owl.
Yeah, that's what. It's actually the teat.
Teeth.
Teeth, yeah.
Quite common.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, tea towel. Yeah.
I said that to some bloke many moons ago, and he was adamant he'd seen one in the garden that morning.
Oh, has he?
And I was like, "Yeah, it was probably hanging on your washing line." He goes, "No, it's on the tree down the back." He's adamant he'd seen one. Didn't get the joke at all. Seriously, I was like, "Wow."
Brilliant.
Anyway, yeah, that's awesome. That Rich. Rich does some great 3D printing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. No,
Yeah, he
that's good
does.
stuff.
One of us
Alan,
has to, I suppose.
Hey, I have just started that bad boy.
man, I can't wait to see that in its Martini library. That's going to look good, isn't it, Jamie?
That's
Oh,
a biggie.
I see. I mean, who would want to do it in a martini livery? I mean,
True
Right.
a true motorsport fan.
the martini livery has been done to death. So it's going to be something different.
Jägermeister?
Yeah, we've never seen those.
Been done to death.
But you'll have to keep an eye out for the updates on that one.
I've seen it. I know what it is. I was just chatting. Soku, is it? Or Socky or something?
Socky?
I don't know.
Socky. It might be Socky when I start painting it.
Okay. God, we'll be here all day with this one. Jamie,
How many kids are you working on?
what have you finished this hour?
Copperberg.
Oh, Copperberg.
No, I'm on
All
the
Try
right.
don't trip over your handbag getting your kits.
Revel E-Type Jag. That's all I've been on this week.
No,
Thank
you haven't. You haven't, you liar.
Yes, I have.
No, you
Well-
haven't. You've been working on the escort as well.
And the
He's trying to
escort.
forget about the
And
deck.
I
something
I
else.
tried to block that out of my mind. To be
And I'm
honest.
sure you had something else on the go earlier on in the week.
Yeah, carpet.
Oh, yeah, he's become a carpet fitter now.
Oh, yeah.
And an electrician.
No, that's
An
all. I've been-
electrician.
Yeah.
No, that's it. That's it. Just the escort, which I'm trying to block out of my mind,
Yeah.
and the E-Type.
Oh, okay. Joe.
Yo. Yeah, I'm working on taking a break on the truck for a bit. And I'm working on, just about got it finished. I just got to put a few more bits on. But I'm working on the Nissan R390 GT.
You had to look at the box then, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
You know, it's a freaking Nissan, okay?
The amount of times you do that review. Hello, everyone's Paul-ISM. Welcome to a kit review of. I have to look at the box number. I can't remember the names or the numbers on the box.
Like I've told you before, I don't remember the numbers. I know it's a Nissan. It's a GT1 car, so.
Looking good, though. It's looking very nice. Looking forward to
Very
it.
Nissan or 390 GT.
I can't wait to see pictures of that in Dan's section in a bit.
Should be in Dan's section.
I hope so.
It is.
There you go. Good man. See, I put the guilt trip on you yesterday, didn't I, to do it?
Yeah, here you go.
Luke.
This week, I
I was just saying, Luke. Look at this. Sorry.
so there we are. Cool.
What are you working on, Luke? Look.
This week, it's not been much. As some of you may have noticed, I've worked on moving that room in here. And I also started a new job, but in between all that, I've been working on this monstrosity, which is the CLK GTR by Tamiya. So we're getting
Good.
places. We're getting places. Off on the weekend now, so hopefully this weekend I can do a little bit more.
Nice one, mate.
Good stuff.
Maybe get it finished as well. So that'll be
Good
nice.
stuff. Mr. Croak.
Yep. I've got the Hasegawa Legacy.
Can hear the enthusiasm.
I'm actually really enjoying it, actually. But then I like the subject, so
Did you buy the aftermarket Treble 5 decals?
yes.
Don't come with the kit,
Yeah.
do they?
Museum collection.
Are they all right?
They're all right because it's very flat.
Yeah.
Are they those stupid
No.
high-tech things with the plastic sheet?
No. They're just standard decals, but they're a little bit.
I
They
keep going
need
about
some-
them decals, and none of you lot have come across them yet, and you will.
No.
And they are
Yeah.
horrific. They're horrific. I've got some left of the Jägermeister ones. I'll send them out to one of you and have a go with them, and you'll be like, "What the hell are these?" Because
So
the decals with no carrier film, so they're on a plastic card, like a proper rigid acetate plastic backing. You put it down like a normal decal, burnish it on, peel the plastic off, and there's no carrier film left at all. So they look great. Unless you've got to get it round the slightest curve, the plastic won't go over and the decals crack. It's completely useless. And how many times you got to put a decal on a car body around a corner or a curve? All the time, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
They're absolutely useless. Anything else, Dan? How's the plane going?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I primed it the other day. So I got primed in Tamiya Grey Primer, but that was mainly just to reveal all the bits I still need to fix. So yeah, there's lots of little kind of dings and blemishes. So I've got some Mr. Surfacer 500 to start filling in divots and little bits. So
Cool.
I was getting there. It's hard work, but it's good.
Yeah.
Good.
That was that VAC form one, wasn't it, Dan?
No, it was resin. It's quite an old resin kit, but a really badly molded old resin kit. So very crooked, very misaligned, very poor fitting. So lots of CA, lots of filler, lots of sanding, lots of
Just lots of stuff.
lots of stuff.
We've got David Arlett's in the chat as well. Hello, world from Columbus, Ohio. 15 degrees Celsius, no overcast here. Excellent. Hello.
Hello,
David.
Aboard. Paul Lewis and Martina Live is common as muck. Steven on signs. John Luigi says, hello, friends. Good are we tonight?
We are. Thanks.
Yep, we've turned into Yoda. Yeah, we're okay, mate. We're not bad. Apparently, it's 2:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here.
Well, nice to see you.
7:30 of a night in the UK.
9:30, 8:30 here in South Africa.
South Africa.
Columbus, Ohio. I would say David's probably about 4.5 hours away from me.
Just far enough, David.
Yeah, perfect. You won't have to meet me.
He's talented, though, the things he can do.
People, we don't do that here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Start, please, Paul. Just don't start.
Very, very, very flexible, apparently. Funny enough, Hughes put in the chat, nothing sucks like an Electrolux.
There we go.
Yeah.
Take your word for it. You take your word for it.
Anyway, what should we do first? Okay, we have got a giveaway tonight. We've got a £20 UMP gift vouchers giveaway, kindly donated by Rich. We had a good idea last week. Trace had a good idea. So you're not going to do random number generators for this anymore. You're going to get picked. Well, you are be a random number generator. You're going to get picked via the voting for rolling section from now on. So you need to vote for rolling section, and then we have to count up how many votes we get, put the number in, do the random generator, and that number in the order of your votes that we see wins. So if you want a chance to win a £20 UP gift voucher, you're going to have to vote on rolling section. I think that's a good idea, that.
Yeah, should
Pretty good
work.
idea.
It's like a bit of subtle blackmail, isn't it? So because people are obviously there, we know they're there because we'll do rolling section and we get like 40 people vote, and then we'll do the giveaway straight after, and lo and behold, there's another 20 people appear out of nowhere. It's like, oh, we're there, are we? So yeah, there we go. As soon as we get to 80 likes, I'll do the giveaway. So you need to get the thumbs ups going as well. Bit of blackmail. There you go.
And your chances are
just remember, we do break thumbs as well. So we will pay you a visit if we need to. Right then. Luke, do you want to do dance section first?
Yeah, no problem. I've got everything all lined up, ready.
Wow.
So
Yes.
go.
Have you really?
Yeah, there we go. So
Oh, I love that.
share my screen. There we go. Have we got spiel to do, Paul?
This is what you've been working on.
Hey.
No, this is all the work you've shared over on the forum and Facebook. Works in progress. We changed the rules a bit. We haven't changed the spiel yet, but we will do for next time. You can now show whatever projects you're working on. Don't take the piss with the pictures. We don't want to see 43 different angles of what you've been working on. 2 or 3 is enough of each project. And don't be showing us like everything you've been doing in 2009. You know, just keep it current stuff, and don't be silly with the pictures because we will just end up skipping them. But we're just trying to add a bit more content to the show. So we thought rather than just allowing one project, just shows what you've been working on through the week. So that's it really. We'll change the spiel for next time, but yeah, don't be afraid to put more than one project in, and you can put a few pictures in now as well, should you wish. Over to you, Luke.
Tidy dance. So we're going to start on the forum as usual, and we've got a couple on the forum. First up is Ranger Neil. Hang on, let me move Paul out of the way. His head's getting in the way there. So yeah, Ranger Neil has been working on his entry to the 148th drop-in build. Zvezda's 148th Mill Me 24 Hind or Crocodile, if you were the other side of the Iron Curtain. Getting close to finishing, paint was complete till he removed the masking tape for the lower fuselage, and it took dark green paint off in places. So one step forward and half a step back. Once the damage is repaired, it will be decal time.
Looks good.
It's
It does
looking
look
good.
really cool. You can see
And
where
I
they-
like that. It's an awesome machine.
It's really cool, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
I
very cool.
like the camo.
Yeah. I like camels too. This I seen earlier and it looked really, really cool. So it's Seaman.
Sharp.
Yeah.
This is Neil's first work he shared. Anyway,
All right.
Awesome.
yeah, he said today.
This, I want this kit myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
So thought I would add this poor effort to boost the post on it, but this is not a poor effort. This is Ryefield Models M12408-1 MATV with the M153 Crows 2 with the full interior in 1/35. He's enjoying building it as he normally just concentrates on armour. It's going together reasonably well considering his low skill level, but made a bit of a mess of the windows. I think it looks excellent.
It does, mate.
Yeah.
Love it.
That
It looks
engine
like
is
a
really
kit.
detailed.
I was going to say it's mega detailed, that isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
it's a good engine, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
You
like,
see what happened in the Martini Library, Jamie.
Oh, right. That's what I'm just picturing. Yeah.
New company vehicle.
There we go.
Very good, mate. Very good.
Sharp.
very, very good work, Neil. I look forward to seeing further updates.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, then we've got last one on the forum. We've got Warden B, and it's been an orange sort of week. He did some work on the Tamiya 124th Jägermeister Porsche and started painting a Tamiya 124th Nissan GTR R35. The GTR is at a base coat of 0 Katsura orange. The spoon in the photo shows the colour change with a few coats of LP9 clear. Thanks for looking.
Good colour that. Yeah,
Nice
I did my R35 in that Katsura orange. It's a beautiful colour.
That
Yeah.
just
It's
excellent.
absolutely stunning. It is.
I'm gonna have to pick some of that up. I don't plan on doing an R35, but
It's an actual R35 colour, but yeah, it looks good. Isn't
Does
it?
it looks well, yeah.
the color is just nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one. Okay, and then we're gonna. What are we gonna do? We're gonna swiftly slide over to Faceache. as the great Dan would say. And first up on Facebook, we have Gary Constable. Evening, Dan and the crew. Hiya. Picked up this Mini Art 1/16th scale figure up in the Hinckley Model Show last Sunday. It's one of 2 purchases. To say it's been tested is an understatement. The horse needed half a ton of milliput down the centre seam, and the moulded horse's mane looked like it was modelled on Boris Johnson. So he worked, I've lost myself now. Reworked and the tail with putty. No reins provided, so made some from thin brass sheet, along with the chin strap on the rider's hat, and the lanyard is made from twisted wire. I think this one will take a while. Thanks for looking and happy modelling. Wow.
No,
Looks nice.
That's cool.
Looks real
That's
nice.
really cool, Gary.
Really cool.
Yeah.
They're nice quality, those figures, aren't they? They are nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely looks cool, and he's definitely put some work into that. Nice one, Gary.
Right.
Comments. Next up, we have some Roland bloke. And he said the 1965 Ford F100 from Mobius slowly gets there. Here's a pic of the interior. Nice. What colours are Roland?
Self-mixed.
Is it? Oh, there we go. It's quite.
It sounds filthy, that does, doesn't it? Self-mixed. Yeah.
I mean, self.
Looks cool. Though. I like it. It's a nice interior colour.
It was an internal mix.
Yeah.
Oh, next up we've got Hugh Gordon. He fancied a quickish build, so he made a start on the 148th Seafire FR46 from Airfix, waiting on a replacement canopy and exhaust manifolds, as the kit ones are, well, just shite, really.
Right.
A great kit to build that. It's very good. In fact, I think that kit was mine and I sold it to him. Look at it. It's a beautiful kit to build for an old 1996 kit. It goes together very well. It's a good looking plane as well.
Yeah.
Those twin prop Spitfires are really cool.
This guy, he's in the Scouts, is he? Looks like he's wearing a neckerchief. Who's Woggle?
Looks like he's been in a fire. Nobody joking. I don't know Hugh. Well, I'm only taking the mickey out of Hugh.
Yeah. Looks good, Hugh. Looks
good.
Right.
Next up, we have Dave Hardy, who has got more progress on the FX 124th scale Hawker Typhoon Mark 1B. Got the camo scheme down, a little bit of chipping, and a couple of coats of Tamiya clear, all painted with Tamiya and Magamo acrylics. Looking good.
That's a monster. How big is that? That's huge.
124th, they're huge.
It's about this long, Roland. You see the mouse?
I love it.
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that looks awesome.
Loads of detail.
Yeah.
Detail on the ammo boxes is nice.
Well, yeah, the engine is excellent as well. I remember you put it in this section a while ago. But yeah, looks awesome, Dave. Absolutely awesome. Look forward to seeing further updates yet again. Then we've got Chris Stover. Oh, this monstrous thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's continuing to work on his Trumpeter 1/16th Panther G. Hull exterior is ready for priming and painting. The upper hull is not glued in place yet. 28 days so far on this.
Don't glue it in place because nobody will see what you did.
Yeah, look at those shells. Look at all those shells.
Oh no, it's Margaret.
Yeah.
They are cool, those kits.
I was going to say, you wouldn't have to glue the top hull part on that. You could leave that loose, could you? So you can lift it up.
Yeah, I think you should be able to.
Yes. Yes.
So we're all the turrets do it.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame to do all that work on the inside and not be able to see it.
I would,
Yeah,
I would imagine all the turrets will have all the interior detail as well, will it?
Yeah, we'll do, yeah.
Wow.
I'm guessing so on that scale anyway.
Too bad you can't get a vacuum form of the upper hull and do it in clear.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
There's a challenge for you. Off you go.
Oh, you got this guy. Shane Wright. This build has been going on for nearly 2 years. So I decided to stop all other builds and get it done. The 1/12th Tamiya Honda RC 213V with top studio and hobby designs, super detail sets, SMS metallic aluminium on the body, and SMS super silver on the framework. All the carbon fiber work is now being done. What a kit! What a great kit! And the top studio set as well is excellent. But yeah, you're doing a good job so far. We've got a photo
teams
on the other side. That clutch, you can't really see it in the photo, but that clutch is built up with each clutch plate, and the basket is all folded PE and stuff. So yeah, that alone would take a while. But yeah, it looks really good.
Shane.
Very nice.
Awesome. And Howard Laird next. How do Dan? I think he do good. He's on holiday, so he probably
he's fine.
He do good. But anyway, Howard Laird has managed to get back onto this the last few days and get some more paint in. Paint so far a mix of Vallejo, Tamiya, and Daleroni FW inks, which are superb. I'm also surprised at how good Tamiya paints have been to use with a brush.
Mm-hmm.
This time using olive drab too, and it's not on armor or anything. Scratch build 1/10 scale cottage front done at 1/10 normal speed. Why rush? Have a good weekend, all. That's a good point.
That's sharp looking.
That's looking good, Dave. That'll confuse him as well. Nice work, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
I mean, he's got that slate work and that absolute the colours.
Yeah,
It just looks bagger, doesn't it?
it's
Awesome, aren't they?
is banging. Yeah, that looks excellent, Howard. Where are we down to? Anthony Rico. Here we go. Hey gents, hope all is good. Masking forever on the E86B Prowler. Just needed the lightest camo, then all painted. Wow.
There's loads of work involved, isn't there, in these?
Yeah, this blue tack then, I'm guessing, a white tack, I'm guessing.
Looks like white tack, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Well, again, I can't wait to see, after the excellent job you've done on that bike, I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of work there.
Yeah.
It's nice to see all. It's nice to see a lot of different genres tonight.
It is.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
No, Andrew Duar, look at this. Even Dan and the live crew, this week I finished the interior on the 124th Revell 1967 Corvette convertible. It's been painted in Zero's Landini light blue, and the chrome has been painted in Vallejo Model Air chrome. The steering wheel was painted in wood effect using various Vallejo brands and Tamiya's clear orange. The flocking was done using nail art flocking powder. Thank you for looking. That looks excellent. And then
Nice job. Very, very nice.
Yeah, the flocking must have been hard to do.
flocking or yeah.
Nice.
Nice one, Andrew.
Yeah.
No, that's nice. That's very nice. Flocking looks nice and even.
I just want to know what colour he's going to take.
Steering wheel looks great too.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely work. Lovely work. It's always some great work. Oh, now we're back. Now we're to the top. We got Richard Thomas. After finishing his 124th Tamiya Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec R34, he thought he'd do this version of the Nissan Skyline GTR Nismo Z2.
Best 34 ever made.
On that it is. There we go.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah.
Very, very nice.
It's a nice kit.
Nice work.
The best one ever made.
The best 34 ever made, Z-Tune. And this Nismo brought back a load of used R34s and basically rebuilt them.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Best part of £1 million cars these days.
Right. Next we have Mr. Colin Gauntlet. And evening, guys. I've been working on the 132nd Hasegawa KI61 Tony. KI61 Tony. That's my sister's name this week. And it has been my first metal finish. I'm happy with it so far and really enjoying the build. But the AEK Extreme Metal is fragile and Mr. Colour paints.
Looking really good, isn't it?
Yeah, the AK Extreme is fragile.
You need to put a sealing coat over that to protect it a little bit to help.
Yeah, and so he says the next step over the weekend is decals and a few touch-ups with the paints. I hope you like it and have a fab weekend.
I thought what I find interesting is all the things we use to put our models on when they're built and paint to try and protect them. we all use something different, don't we? And I think that's quite good what he's got there. It looks like a bit of soundproofing or something.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah, it looks good and
really nice. Yeah,
we like your holsters.
Yeah.
Oh, next up we have Southport Steve. So hi all, it's Southport Steve. This week I've been working on my Tamiya 112 Ducati Superleggera V4. So far it's had a mirror delete, a tail tidy, and the fairings trimmed to turn it into a naked / Street Fighter, so as not to hide all the detail below. Engine painted in various super metallic tones. Bike frame is super metallic, super rich gold, and fairings are painted with Gravity Spain Lamborghini Viola Ophelia.
Nice.
Looking pretty
Very
neat.
nice.
Yeah.
That does
I
look
like the
pretty
colors. Colors are nice.
Mm. It makes me, for some reason, I really fancy a Toblerone after looking at that.
What?
I've got the chocolate and then the yellow of the packet, you know.
What the hell are you going on about?
I found out the other day why Toblerones are triangular as well.
Yeah.
So they fit in the box. Next up, we have Dave Molina. Says, hi all, I've started a diorama of the 60s petrol forecourt for the newly finished FX Triumph Herald 132. I'm using a combination of balsa wood, 3D printed accessories via Tinkercad, and leftover model parts and anything I can find. Thank you for looking.
That's
That's
Nice.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
That is nice.
so I'm guessing this is what the camera was tracking all over the bench in the hangout yesterday, was it? There's no mustaches on this one today as well, so that's good. Looks cool, Dave. Looks really cool.
Very good.
This looks cool as well. So Mark Ewing is, he says, on the bench is my Pegasus 172nd Apollo 27 rocket, or Filler Queen. It's now had its first coat of white paint. Also just started the Polar Lights 1/1000 scale USS Enterprise.
No.
Oh,
Awesome. That's going to look cool.
Yeah, very.
Cool little thing, that. I like that. Reminds me of the game Fallout. Oh, what's this? I forgot to put my section up, Paul. Anyway, next up is Mr. Paul Bretland. He says, Gravity Colors, Braemar Blue and 2K Clear, Alpha Models 124th, Aston Martin, DB11. That color under 2K.
That color is just awesome.
It is.
Just absolutely awesome.
Totally changed it under the 2K.
It did.
Yeah, it looks completely different, but it does look excellent.
It just made the metallic come to life in that.
Yeah.
I think that, like,
Really sharp.
It's just the right size as well, you know.
Yeah, they're not too big, are they?
No, not at all. That's excellent. I'm gonna have to get some of that paint.
Yeah, can't wait to paint a truck in that.
I paint my toenails with it. I am. I believe that is all we have.
Where the heck is mine?
Yeah, where's Joe's?
Wait, where's Joe's? Where is Joe's?
There's another section in ISM as well.
On ISM, Luke. Yeah, you need to find that as well.
Right.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. So we got more. We got more.
Wait, there's more.
Just go into ISM and search for Scattergood.
Yeah.
We wanted the
there as
first
well,
sections.
What? Huh?
last week you guys decided to put it in both sites.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
didn't see the one. Only seen the one in ISM.
Yeah, I made Dan put it up today because people were saying they couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll keep it in both.
Okay.
you found it, Luke?
I have found it, yes.
Did you post yours there as well, Roland?
There's probably a few more people in there.
There's quite a few, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Besides me.
He's not sure, Alan.
Yeah, there's just stuff in there that I've not got on the list. I'll sort it.
Okay, marvelous. So, even more. So, first up, we have Dan Scattergood, who's been working on his
Full stops.
period. Next up, we have
Holy shit.
that's what that is. Paul G. Lewis, evening Dan. Work has been progressing well on the 1/12 scale Model Factory Hero Ferrari 315S. Rear axle area, gearbox, chassis and engine are mostly complete, but there's still loads of work to be done yet.
Can't wait to see that painted up. It's going to look good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get some paint on it.
Yeah.
Martini live over on there. Good.
Yeah, it'll look good, that.
Are you going to give it a wash, Paul, or...?
God, don't start.
Okay, we have Richie Lamb.
Really sharp ball.
Thank you.
Says evening, Dan and the crew. This week, been working on the Gecko models skimitar in 1/35th. PE is not my best talent. Thanks for looking and have a good one.
That's good, Richie.
It looks good. Yeah, I think it looks good. I don't think like exhaust guards, they wouldn't end up perfectly rounded, would they?
No.
No, they'd be dented to hell.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks really good. Well done, Richie.
Nice one, Richie.
Keith Holford. So Keith has been working on the Tamiya 112 Renault RE20 Turbo. This is first big scale and first F1 car. So thanks for looking and have a good show, everyone.
It's looking really good, isn't it?
Looking really smart. Yeah.
Yeah, it is looking sharp.
Very, very shiny brake discs. Nice. I've been contemplating that kit, to be honest.
Good kit.
Looks good anyway, Keith. Well done, mate. Who's next? Oh, we have Joe Yellow. Joe Yellow. The 1970 GTX and Roadrunner monogram 1/24th. One's green, one's not green.
Mm-hmm.
No, they look cool. Nice little pair there.
Yeah, looking good. The green stripes, very nice.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
Very subtle, yeah.
Look better in black, but
Yeah, that's looking good though. Looking good. Oh, another Richie Waldron. Hey Dan. Hi. Continuing work on the Zukimura 1/32 BF 109. Cut a hole in the side of the fuselage to show the interior detail, and main assembly is almost complete and ready for paint. Zero issues or problems thus far. Everything perfect fit and falls together. Nice.
Wow.
That's really neat. I like that aspect, seeing all the workings inside. That's really neat.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, so much of the hard work gets hidden.
Yeah.
It does. And that's why we have things like that. So that's cool.
I like that.
Me too. Excellent work, Richie. I do like that a lot.
I mean, I don't build airplanes or armor, but I sure can appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. 100%. Oh, here he goes now. Well, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Bad. Right. So Philip Hartford said, "Evening, Dan. This week I have been working on getting the decals down on the 1/24th Italeri Range Rover Rally. Was very unsure of these decals, but they went down great with UMP Solutions. Cheers, Philip."
how vibrant are those decals?
I know. Yeah, they look excellent. Really.
Oh, that's an Esky kit. That's going to be like 30 years old, that kit.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Oh, they are the kit decals as well, then, are they?
I think so.
Yeah, well, looks like.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is really cool.
Yeah, awesome. Nice work, Philip. Looks really good.
The only downside to I believe the windscreen doesn't fit on them, Philip.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I believe it's short on them.
Oh, I just used some UV glue, man. Sound. Oh, no. Next up, we have Joe Camelli. Joe Camilleri.
Joe Caramello.
Caramello. Oh, what to do with the Caramello? Hi all, working on my Tamiya Nissan R390 GT1 in 1/24th. Had this one sitting on the shelf started, so I thought I would try and finish it up. Thanks for looking, everyone.
That's nice.
You did a great job of that, mate.
Sharp.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that's not good.
Very, very clean.
Very cool.
It's coming together quite nice. I changed a lot of the color callouts on the engine and the exhaust and stuff.
Yeah.
It just didn't have enough pop, so they wanted a lighter titanium on the transmission and the top of it. They wanted gunmetal on the top of the rocker covers and that. So I decided to make it like a little darker of a gold, and it just added interest to it.
Just add more
Makes
contrast.
it look really sharp. It stands out nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, looks good. And no doubt you'll be finished with that very soon.
I mainly bought that one just to improve on my decaling skills. So
Yeah.
Look all right to me.
Looks good, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
thank you.
Next up we got Sue Chaplin. Hi guys, I've been working on my Foose Ford pickup 125th, primed in white, then sprayed with Outlaw Paints Ventura Orange, then Outlaw Ventura Orange Pearl, and clear coated in 01K. I like that colour.
Yeah, she's made a good job, hasn't she?
That's going to look nice.
Is Sue just starting the food group build now then, is she? Or?
She's a bit behind, but
Just a tad.
she'll catch up.
Good, Sue. That's looking good.
No, very nice colour.
Good, Sue. It's looking good.
Your green fingernails will go nice with that today, Sue.
Yeah.
Okay, and next up we've got Cedric Lefavre.
Wow.
Is it? This week, let's see, a plane. Yes, always the SU-25K from OEZ. Is it just me, or does that look very, very small?
Yeah.
That's a pig of a kit. That. Well done, Cedric.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did a 72 scale.
In what way? What's the
48. Just terrible fitting. Very basic. Horrible, nasty kit.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good for
well,
me.
I've had a couple of them before, and they are nasty kits.
Ah, that's cool from you. So
You've done very well with that, Cedric.
good work, mate. Next up, we've got Dan Croak. So he said some good progress on the Italeri 172nd AH1W Super Cobra. The kit has been hanging about the stash for more than 25 years. I discovered a couple of
Was that hanging or hovering?
It's got no rotor, so it can't be hovering.
Got no wheels either.
Oh God. More than 25 years. I discovered a couple of missing parts. Good thing that you discovered them and found them then. Marvellous. Nonetheless, progress was swift on this basic kit. Once assembled and canopy masked, it was primed in UMP black. Base colours used were Vallejo Model Air Acrylics black, light ghost grey and forest green. Decals were added and went on okay despite their age. Once cured, a coat of satin Windsor and Newton Galeria.
Very nice.
Greg. Yes, looks cool. The more I see people building aircrafts, the more I want to build. Not aircraft, sorry. I suppose it is an aircraft, but helicopters. The more I want to build.
No.
A
I still can't aircraft. Helicopters, I'm sorry. Just too fiddly. Too fiddly.
I've seen a lot of like res kit detailed parts and stuff for helicopters as well. And you can go even crazier. But yeah, there we go. We've
Yeah, see, Luke, I think you'd like something like the 35th scale Apache.
Yeah.
The one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Is it Great Wall Hobby?
No, it's Tacom, isn't it?
Tacom, yeah.
Yeah.
That's those done. That's it all done.
Nice
Very
one,
nice.
Luke.
Mega.
Well done, Luke.
A little bit more content added there as well with having it in both places.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so.
Very
So
very nice.
yeah, well done, everyone. 2 seconds. I'm just doing something. There we go. We got any chat to catch up on, anyone?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we're at 80 likes, by the way.
Hey?
We're at 80 likes.
Ooh.
Oh, very
Well
nice.
done.
Very nice.
Keep working.
112 watching. Love it.
Master Toymaker has been stuffing a ballot box for years.
Hello, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
That's the toilet maker.
Keith's in there. Good evening, everyone. Just popping in to leave a thumbs up as I'm at work. Watch back later. Have a good show. That Renault's looking lovely, Keith.
He's looking very good.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Keith.
Jonathan forgot to put pictures up of the Paul-ISM on tonight's show. We'll get them for next week.
That's good. That's good.
Paul Christopher's in, saying evening fellow modelers.
Hey, Paul.
Paul,
Richie Lam is in as well, saying evening one and all.
Richie.
Hey, Richie.
Hi, Richie.
Stuart Scale Models in, saying good evening, Paul, and good evening, guys. Hope all finds you all well. Rob 1970 says I was going to put what I've been working on, but missed a cut off. Just do it next week.
next week.
It was even open when Luke was reading that, so you could have posted, Rob, in all fairness.
Matt B is in there as well, saying hi all.
Hi, Matt.
Chris Smith says I'll have to start posting pics of my giant diorama. You guys may question my sanity though.
It'd be good to see.
Yeah.
Chris, love to see.
Yeah. Jan Luigi says I like that Hind, very sexy helicopter, nearly as nice as Ferrari.
Really?
Don't get Philip started again. Blast from the past, Jenny Taylor is with us again, saying evening all.
How's it?
Paul Savage is in the chat saying hi all.
Hey, Paul.
How's it, Paul?
Dan Pedersen's in there as well saying hey all, quick thumbs up, still could work for another few hours, sorry to miss the show.
Yeah, sorry to hear.
As long as you get your thumbs up, that's all we want.
Yes.
And your undivided attention for 3 or 4 hours. Tam McMillan's in saying evening all.
Hello, mate.
Tam.
Hey, Tim.
Hugh Gordon, quality painting on that stonework. More comments about diorama from Rob. Carol Roberts is in saying evening all, quick thumbs up for me. Got a call out tonight, so we'll catch up later.
Hey, Carl.
Jenny says excellent colour. Chris Smith says just smashing the colours lately, Paul.
Thank you.
I do, yeah.
Really like the green on the Plymouth too. There we go.
Thank you.
Robert Johnson, another Canadian. Hello from Canada. Well, in Canada anyway, so I'm saying hello from Canada. Love the show.
Hello, mate.
Welcome aboard.
Hugh Gordon says, don't forget to give a thumbs up, folks. Every tickle helps.
Absolutely. Thanks, you.
Cedric says, thanks for your encouragement, Paul, for this kit from OEZ.
It is nasty, isn't it, Cedric? I had 2 of them, and they weren't cheap either. And it was the only 148 SU-25 you can get, which, if you're into your aircraft, SU-25 is an epic aircraft.
Yeah.
Especially the Russian A-10. And it was the only one you could get in 48th. And it was such a disappointment. Literally, when you say it's a bad kit, it was awful. Awful kit. So fair play to you, mate. You've done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray Aquilina's in saying hi, guys.
All right.
Hey,
Right.
Hey, Ray.
Robert Johnson, I don't enjoy poor kit, fit, correct construction. I like a pleasant experience from start to final top coat.
Yeah.
I don't mind a bit of a struggle every now and then. I never used to. I used to hate having to fight kits. We were discussing this today about that GT350 AMT kit I threw over my shoulder that day. I'd probably build that no bother now. But back 2-3 years ago, I don't be building really horrible kits. And I think I've kind of stopped being a snob now.
Well, it's a subject. Some of the subjects you just don't get in excellent kits. So if you want to build it, you just have to buy the bullet.
Oh, look at that. That's a near 40-year-old shitty monogram kit.
Yeah, that came out not too bad.
It built up all right. It was good fun to build. 6 parts, the interior. That's all there was, 6 parts, the interior. Two seats, the dash, steering wheel, and the actual tub itself, and the gear shifter. Yeah, 6 parts.
Right.
Really simple, dead easy.
They were simple cars.
Yes. But yeah, no, it's good to challenge yourself as well. It is good.
Yeah.
Like I said to you earlier, Paul, if you start with AMT and Rebel kits and that, and then you move into a Tamiya kit because I always thought Tamiya was more expensive and, you know, I couldn't afford to build them and that. Then I move into a Tamiya kit and it's just like, oh, this is heaven.
Yeah, you're paying for what you get.
You're paying for what you get, but you also you can't get subjects, North American cars. Tamiya doesn't make North American cars, so you can't buy
Very
it.
few of them. Very few.
Yeah.
But then Tamiya does some really cheap kits, which are fantastic.
Yeah.
Like the RX-7s, the Skylines, the Subarus.
This one that I'm doing now.
The Beatles.
Should have rolled. There's some good kits, but at the end of the day, you go for the subject, don't you? And if you want the
That's
subject,
right.
build the kit, and that's it.
Yeah. Shane says heli's too fiddly? Question mark. I'd rather build a heli than a plane.
I think I would too.
I think right now I would as well.
Hmm.
I'm not going to.
I've not built a heli. I've built a plane. Yeah.
More interested in doing a helicopter, yeah.
I must admit, I don't think it's going to be too long before I try a plane.
Robert's come back with a point of, would you buy a poor fitting picture puzzle? No, because that wouldn't go together, and there's no real way of putting that together. Whereas with a model kit, it just takes some skills to make it all fit. Every kit's buildable. I don't think compared to a picture puzzle is the same thing. That's like saying, would you rather buy a brand new piece of IKEA furniture or a 1980s piece of MFI furniture? Because they're different, aren't they? Both buildable, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the MFI, if you've built old style flat pack in the UK from like Argos, MFI, do you remember MFI? I can just remember MFI. More furniture ideas. I'm pretty sure it's stuff for something else, to be honest. It's a different thing. So, you know, comparing it to a puzzle is a bit different, I think.
No.
It's like apples and oranges.
Yeah.
That's not to do with fruit, Joe. Weirdo.
Thank you.
But every kit's buildable, and it is. And I've been guilty of this before, and you know, there's many kits that I wouldn't look forward to building, but you can still build them. It's just sometimes that, it's like that.
Some people cherish that build and they're making things fit. Some people just don't. You know, it's horses for course. It wouldn't do for sort of like the same thing, would it? So, at the end of the day,
So it's one of them. Subject matter is going to dictate what you build at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So I am literally looking at moving some kits on. Number one, because I need some cash, which is fair enough. But there's a couple there I'm going to move on, and they're both my new S4 Lanciers. And it's not meant to be a great kit. Haven't you built one, Jamie?
No.
No, but Dan, everyone I've seen build those kits has said they're not the nicest kit to build.
It might have been new, actually.
There's only that one and the resin kit. Was it a pain in the arse?
Yeah, kind of. It was
right. Yeah. Well, I know they're a pain. I've got two of them. I've got the detailed upset. I might have two detailed upsets for them. So there's probably like 120 quid's worth of kit there in two kits. Will they ever build two? Probably not. So I was thinking I'd rather sell them, and in the future, I'm not going to get the 12th S4 because we're probably never going to see one. Yeah. And if we do, you're going to get dibs on it because you've been after it first. I'll always make sure you get it before me. No. But the 24 scale one's readily available.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd rather do that. I'd rather buy that. At least I know that's going to fight me.
Yeah.
I know it's going to fight me. No problem, Dan. I know it's going to fight me, but it'll be a more enjoyable build. And that's it. You know, the new kit will probably be the easier build. But I think I'll probably enjoy the Model Factory Hero build more, to be honest. So, yeah, you know, I've been guilty before of saying about kits, and I do it all the time now because I've got quite good kit knowledge, and then even armor and aircraft, I know they're terrible ones and what have you. And I'm always like, someone's like, I'm building, I'm always like, good luck with that one, you know. And there's times where I've avoided kits for that, and maybe it is a bit snobby, isn't it? But I've built shit kits. I've built horrible, cheap, nasty 172, 144 kits because I had to at the time. And I said back then, I don't want to build these again. I always want to build a quality kit. And for years, I avoided any kits that needed work. And as I said to you all recently, I'm going to do that Christmas buddy build of that 68 Chevelle from Revel. And that's the kit that turned me around onto the Revel kits. Until I built that kit, I think I had 2 Revel kits in the stash. And one had been given, and one I just bought because Andy recommended it. Let's still talk about Andy recommending kits anyway. And I built the Chevelle, absolutely loved it, and I've got about 50 to 60 Revel kits in the stash. I've built a load of them. They've all fought me along the way in some way, but they're all buildable and they look all right when they're done. So it's subjective, isn't it? It's the subject matter, and if you're not ready for a tough kit, you're not ready for it, are you? So you're gonna have to avoid them and build easy kits. But you'll never progress as a modeler building easy kits. It's never going to improve your skills, is it?
No.
At the end of the day.
You've got to step out your comfort zone sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tracy says, "What the hell are you talking about?" Hey. Oh, no, he doesn't. He should put, "What the hell are you talking about?" Yeah. There we go. Are we all caught up on that?
Not quite.
Yeah, Go for a Painting says, very professional, inspiring models. Would you write something here so I can watch and sub your channels too? Well, all of Paul's channels are in the description below this video on YouTube. And
this channel's got all of my build videos are on this channel. My other channel link below is the live stream one. If the lads want to put their links in, they can.
Yeah.
And your pages as well, if you want to do that. There we go. Right then. Do you want to do Simon's bit in a minute, Alan?
If you finished with that chat, have you done? Because it's quite a bit more than I've seen. But
yeah, I was just having a look.
Stuart RS
is with us. Hey all, Martin C is with us. Good evening, everyone. Keith 1001 KJK is with us, saying good evening.
Hey Keith.
Hi, guys.
Hi Keith.
A few debates back and forth about good kits versus the challenge of building less good kits. You don't have to apologize, Robert.
No, not at all. But just look at the Alpha Models kits. Look at the Alpha Models kits. They vary in quality on the age of them. The old ones are not great. The new ones are much better. Because you've built a fairly new one, Alan? You built a couple now, haven't you?
Yeah, built a few now, yeah.
And the older ones are not as good, are they?
No.
So
both of the ones I've built tend to be on the older side of things, I believe. So
it just shows you how things improve. But
a bit more work.
So if you've never built a Revell kit, don't be put off by it. AMT maybe. Revell's good. And just incidentally, my Christmas buddy build this year is going to be the 68 Revell Chevelle. I did a video build on one a few years back. I know it's a good kit. Builds up brilliantly. It's a fairly nice looking car as well. It's a brand new kit. You can get it everywhere. It's in a Revel Germany boxing over here in Europe, and it's in a Revel USA boxing over in the States and Canada. You can get it everywhere. It's not expensive, and that's my Christmas buddy build, which is going to start the 14th of November on my birthday and run till New Year's Eve midnight in December, obviously. So 6 weeks. It's a really easy kit to build. It falls together. It's absolute, very enjoyable kit, and that's the kit that turned my head around from being snobby on kits and saying I don't want to build Revel kits. So if you can get one, we're trying to get Jamie to buy one.
You should do, Jamie. You should do.
You know what? You'd really enjoy it,
Yeah, I probably would. But the trouble is, I've just got no interest in the cars. That's the problem. It's
no one cares about that.
Well, you might find it in there because there are surprisingly.
I'm building
that's where my love of these American cars has come from now.
Yeah.
That means nothing. That was probably a childhood dream for some American. They probably lusted after that.
It probably was. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue what it is.
No, same here.
It's a green thing with weird big tyres on it. I don't know what it is. But it's an interesting subject and a different genre of modelling. And it really did bring me around to the American cars.
They were.
Yeah, it's a cool looking model. I'll tell you what, the massive cars in 24, huge compared to ours. So yeah, that's that. If anyone wants to join in, I'll put a post up about it this week, and you can get the kit on Amazon. I think they're out of stock in Jadlam. You still there, Paul, in the chat? Just to confirm. But they're all over. They're all over Amazon, eBay, the lot. And like I say, you can get it. You'll probably get it in most model shops as well, because it's only a couple of years old. The kit. It is a brand new.
South Africa, so it can't be that difficult. Come on,
you
guys.
got it in South Africa. Yeah. Oh, Andy Callis is there saying try an NT Mustang. I think I will. I think I'm going to get it again and give it a go.
Yeah.
There you go. Steve saying Jamie should send you his, and you'll build it on his behalf.
Yeah,
You've knocked that out in about 3 hours.
And that includes lunch and 4 tea breaks.
Are you enjoying the Jag so far? Of interest.
You know, I'll be honest. I think it's fantastic for what it is.
Have you built many Revel kits in the past?
That's the only one I've ever built, mate. It's the first one ever.
Aren't they quite surprising?
I've got
and they're really well detailed, aren't they? They're really well detailed.
This thing, yeah. I mean, I've done it in like the British Racing green. I don't know if you can see that.
Really bloody done already. Look,
I've got the.
He started that yesterday. I'm not joking. He started that about 2 days ago.
I know. I saw on the stream the other day.
Monster engine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Well impressed.
Yeah,
I think the one big downside to Revel kits and the older monogram kits is how the wheels attach. It's the only thing I find inconsistent.
As in, you pick them up and they go like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I can demo that.
Is that because the
push fit on and off?
Rubber. Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to have that problem.
Click on and off.
Yeah, I put them on.
Luke printed me those wheels.
Oh, look at those.
And so they're not going to have the tyre inserts that fit to the wheels. The wheels go straight onto the axle or however it fits, rather than. Do you know what I mean? So
you'll have to be a modeler and figure it out.
Yep.
We'll get there.
With
anyway,
the old,
let me finish catching up with the chat.
With the old AMT kits and old monogram MPC kits, a lot of them had steel axles at the,
wheels on
them.
Some of those kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they're probably all right. It's some of the newer Revell ones just have weird pins which are supposed to click in place and they don't. They're just rubbish. But a bit of extra CA glue sorts that out very easily. It's not like we sit on the carpet and roll them back and forth.
No,
don't we?
I make brum brum noises every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just a quick scan of the chat. I did miss a few people up above. So Peter from York is in. Dominique is in as well. David Yo is in.
Hey, guys.
I did have something to put in Simon's section. Forgot.
I have it.
Let's have a look. Anyone else I missed?
Wonders what the kit looks like. You will see it there.
Oh God, and they keep on chatting. Bloody hell! Better get through it quick. Apologies, Peter. I did miss your hello earlier on. You're all too chatty in chat tonight. Just can't keep up.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you be interacting with each other? Craig Stadia's not keen on the Fujimi kit I'm on, but still going to try and get it finished. Yep.
Fujimi varies from kit to kit. My experience with Fujimi is they're either really, really good or utter dog shit. There's no in between with Fujimi. The McLaren MP412 is an excellent kit. The Mercedes SLS AMG, awesome kit. The Porsche 911 GT3R, awesome. What other Fujimis have built? I built a load of them, and some of them are just phenomenal kits. Really surprised how good they are. And then like that Porsche RS was just awful. Awful. There's no middle ground with them. They're either really good or just crap. So take your chance. Ask for previous experience on them before you buy one.
Yeah. So Jenny's got a few Revell Ford Mustangs in the stash, but never tried them. Now tempted to build one this weekend. Go for it. I really like the GT350.
Oh yeah.
The
Rebel one.
Recently. The Rebel one I think is nice.
I've got one, but it's the trans kit for the Eleanor kit I've got.
Oh yeah.
Disney rumblings.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to pick up that AMT kit again, I think, and give that a roll. In fact, somebody finished an orange one on one of the groups the other day, and it looked fantastic. Looked very good.
That's when I could be tempted.
Yeah.
Philip says the Revell Ferrari 250 GTO was a dream.
Fujimi one's
awesome.
Yeah. The Fujimi one's great as well.
Gluesniff Garage Revell Golf Mark 1 was fantastic. Still in stock on Amazon, 25 quid. I guess that's the Chevelle.
Yeah.
You want to join in? You join us.
Yeah. Dean Slater says Motobits do some awesome 3D printed wheels for that Revell jack.
Ah,
all right.
So does Mr. Luke Ward as well, I believe.
Might get some of the fit then, Jamie.
Fujimi decals can be a pain genitalia. You're absolutely
Fujimi
right.
decals suck. They're made of like crispy bread or something. you tell you what, poor Alan's got that Porsche to do.
I've got not just the Porsche, I've got all the Z4s as well, and all the.
Hopefully they'll be all right. But everyone I've had, they're like crispy bloody bacon.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh,
look at that, Luke. That fits like a dream, mate.
There we go. Awesome, man.
Good job. Tracy F says New Revell F40 has one metal axle.
All right, that's interesting.
Like the Foose. Oh no, the Foose had two, didn't it? Yeah.
The new Revell F40.
It's a new Revell F40.
I
don't know of.
Do a bit of digging on that one.
Unless it's been re-released under Revell USA boxing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know Revell did one. Yeah, that F355. Yeah, the wheels are a bit small, aren't they, Craig? I've got that kit. Beautiful box art, 355 challenge. Shows it sat squat on these nice big white alloy wheels. Looks awesome.
Are you
Look at the
talking
box. There's about that much gap in the wheel arch between the wheels, and there's little tiny farm wheels that come with it. You're like, it's nothing like the box.
Are you talking the 112 or the 116 or the 124, Tracy?
24th. The Revell 124th, I would imagine.
Well, the Revell was also 16. The Revell was also 12.
Oh, it's on GT40.
Yeah.
Oh, GT40. Right. Okay.
Yeah, the Fujimi one did as well. Yeah. They're all right. They're not bad. And Lisa Rowell's taken the engine cover off separate, so you don't have to finagle it over the top, which is a bit of a pig on that kit. If you've built one, it's probably the tightest fitting body shell I've ever put on a car in my life. It's terrifying to put on.
I think I remember you either doing it or...
It's horrifically tight. Seriously bad. Very bad.
The Meng GT40 is very tight.
Yeah.
If you don't put it together right, it is, yeah.
We shall see.
Right, let's jump into Simon's section.
Paul J. Lewis says, I already hate the Revell 68 Chevelle kit, and I haven't even started building it yet. Poor.
Where did you get it from, Paul? Did you get it from
Yeah, I got a match for you, Paul.
Your face. Did you get it from Jad Lamb, Paul? By any chance?
What, my arse? I was born with it. What about?
Fuck you, Paul. The other Paul. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. The GT40 goes back to I think 1989 or something. Let me have a look here. So
what's wrong with that Fujimi kit? Other than doing it tight to get it over, it's still a good kit. It's still a good kit.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those in the stash up on it.
It's more than a Reebok, Jenny. Revell's separated the engine cover from the body to make it easier.
Well, didn't Fujimi do a version with a separate engine cover though, Paul?
We were having this discussion a few
I'm
months
sure
back, weren't we? We were looking on Jack 1999, weren't we? And it didn't
Yeah.
show it as a separate body. So I think Ravel's actually done that themselves. I remember us looking at the box contents on 1999 JP. I think Rebel's done that themselves. Best thing to do with any kit, ask around if anyone's built one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Right then.
We all done there?
Yeah.
Yes. Go on now.
Right, and hopefully that is sharing.
It is.
So this is Simon's section. What have we been buying this week? And first up is Mr. Simon Shorey himself. It looks like he's been treating himself to a set of forks for the Honda CBR 1000 RRR and a set of decals, which I believe is for McLaren 720. And I believe that's the Jensen button colours. So he's looking actually for I think it's the Alpha model 720 now, is what he needs for that kit. For those, if anybody has one they're willing to part with, get in touch with Simon because I know he's after one.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Dave, and so these goodies sneaked onto the bench this week. Full face mask for 2K, a Revell 125th 58 Corvette Roadster kit, and a selection of paints. Yes, love being able to take part in ISM.
Great. Good to have you, Dave.
Definitely.
It's got quite a selection of paints there. Yeah, that Roadster looks quite nice as well.
Yeah, it does.
It's not the easiest kit to build, but you get it to build.
Judging by that part count, that's that one where you got to build all the body yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it, Roland?
Yeah. The inserts on the side, you must be careful because the inserts on the side are single. So you paint the inserts and think you have done the painting of the white, but you haven't because that little piece in front, that's part of the body. So you have to still mask the body and paint that little bit.
There's an indication on the box as to the length of the finished model.
How do you reckon that is? Who knows? No, you'll have fun with that one anyway, Dave.
That will never go away.
You definitely have fun with that one, mate.
Next up is Glenn Snyder, and I like this one. I had to wait a while, but it finally delivered or finally arrived. The Model Factory Hero 112th Porsche 911 Carrara RSR Turbo, my favourite Porsche of all time.
I'm just a tad jealous. That's
going to be an awesome build. I'm a little bit jealous myself as well. Look at that moulding, looks awesome as well, doesn't it?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what's that? It's a 911 Carrera RSR.
Yeah.
What year car would that be then? That's like
70.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's like 70s or early 80s maybe.
Yeah, it's a 933, 934.
Is there a very impressive LP collection behind there as well? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice bit of vinyl.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Cool
nice
kit that
line.
anyway again. Cool kit.
Terrible. Send it over here.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
Yeah, he's getting withdrawal symptoms at the minute.
I know.
What's happened here? We can't. Those texts.
Yeah, it's always stupid
It's
when
one
they
of
put
those
the,
ones, yes.
put the text
Paul
with
Savage is saying a couple of items I bought from the East Midlands Model Show in Hinckley last Sunday. The first is a T2 Judgment Day 132nd Future War T800 endoskeleton diorama by Pegasus.
And you got one of them, Paul.
Yeah.
What am I looking at? No, I haven't got one of them, no.
The second, a 124th resin RAF Police dog handler with German Shepherd from Kit from Form Services. So that's his T2 Judgment Day diorama.
No, I've never seen any of them at all.
Yeah. That looked pretty cool, to be fair.
It will, very.
Yeah. And then that is the police dog handler and the German Shepherd
Cool.
Good boy.
and lead.
Bit rough.
Take a bit of painting in that.
You.
Take a bit of painting in that. 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 Take a
You know how much it was?
1/24th. That's going to be reasonably big as well, isn't it? 1/24th.
Yeah, it's
It'd
reasonably
be 24 times smaller than the real thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it means? Okay.
Yeah. Very nice. Next up. Oh, why is it doing this today?
It's not doing this. It's when the guys put texts without photos in
Yeah,
them.
I know.
Yeah, try and put your pictures with your text, fellas, because it makes it a pain in the arse to do this.
Yeah, you need to reply to yourself.
You put your text in and then add your picture to your text.
Yeah.
Before you post.
Before you post.
Yeah. And Sean is saying, well, Sean normally does, in all fairness. He says, I was at the International Plastic Model Show in Vancouver last Saturday, and I picked up a Tamiya 135th Black and Panzer. Is it? Gepard.
Black Panther.
Black Panther Gepard, yeah.
At the event as my first tank build, and on eBay I bought a 1/24th Virginia Lancer Evo 7.
Oh, do we not get to? Oh, we do. Oh, it's still Tamiya Gepard as well. That's still a great kit, that, to this day.
I love that. I love the Gepard.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And somewhere here, I've lost it. Where's his Evo 7? And there's his Evo 7 from Fujimi.
Yeah.
It's not a bad kit either, I believe. It's quite a good kit.
Oh, okay.
Looks cool.
Yeah, nice looking cars, all the Evos.
Yeah. I never used to like them. I don't know why. I used to hate them. But they've grown on me quite a bit.
I prefer the 789, if I'm honest. But
yeah. I like
the 4 for me.
Yeah.
The 3 and the 4 were my favourite.
What the
Yeah.
hell are we going on about? I switched off for 5 seconds.
Evos.
Evos.
Lancer Evos.
4, 5, 6 for me.
Yeah, 6.
Is,
I think that is my
If
favourite.
you're going for the 6, it's got to be the Tommy Mac, but they're okay.
Yeah, that's a 6.5 technically, isn't it?
So Sean then has got himself just the one kit for me this week, the 125th Revell 68 Chevelle SS.
That's the one for the group build.
What it looks like.
Part in the group build.
Oh.
Yeah, great kit, that one.
I wonder how big that one is.
We can nice say the Christmas present for Jamie, that.
It's going to be really interesting to see all the different versions of this 68 Chevelle.
Yeah, it is.
Bow tankers.
You've all going to be red.
Mm.
I think that's all right. Yeah.
The next one we've got Dave McRae. Says, evening, Simon. Evening, Dave. This week, I picked up the 124 Tamiya GR Supra, the BMAX 124th Mitsubishi Starion Group A, and a prize from the Instagram group build, the AMT 125th Plymouth Prowler.
There you go.
That's
Super
the use for
nice
Alan
car.
when he lived in Plymouth.
Yeah, that's Starion. Looks cool in the STP colours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that
Like
Plymouth, to be honest with you.
Alan,
Yeah.
that's what they used to call you when you lived in Plymouth, wasn't it?
No, I never lived in Plymouth.
Was it?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, I just can't get with the shape of that car. Though. I suppose some people know it's either love or hate. It's like Marmite, isn't it? It's,
What's that?
Well, shit.
It's horrible. It's horrible, I think.
It is.
I hate it. Horrible.
So-
Evil.
I like it.
Yeah, Rich likes it. I hate them.
but at the end of the day, as long as you like it, that's all that matters,
You're all right, Alan. Yeah.
isn't it? So enjoy that one, Dave. Next up, we've got Auntie and just this trumpeter 135th M1142 tactile firefighting truck.
That's
very
cool.
Looks like a big one. 20 plus sprues and 3 sheets of photo etch.
Yeah, got to keep you going.
That's the one we got Alan for his birthday. I mean, sorry, go on.
Yeah.
No.
I bet
That'd suck, couldn't it?
Photo etch
All the
on it.
vacuums we bought him.
Yeah.
You need to post, Auntie, when you build that. I would love to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely like to see some build pictures of that as it's going along. Definitely, that was cool. Next up, we've got Aaron, and he says he's got himself a Tamiya Honda RC213V and some hobby design detail parts for a fast and furious build.
Ooh.
Nice.
That'll look nice.
Very nice.
Lovely kit, that is.
Mega, aren't
And he's also got himself the Revell 125th Chevelle for the Christmas walk.
Oh,
Mark VGS decals from Blue Stuff and silicon tip sculpturing tools.
They are good. They work quite well.
What, the sculpturing tools?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using mine the other day. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's this second one longer, and I was pushing on it, and the end disappeared inside the little. What? And there's no way of getting it out unless you destroy the thing. It's,
What happened?
I was using one of the sculpturing tools to put the decal down. I was pushing, and the actual tip disappeared inside the brush.
Happens when you get older, Al.
Yeah, I know. Old age and all that. But a couple of nice kits there, Aaron.
Very nice. Very nice.
very good, mate.
Nothing sacred. Dave Hardy next. He says, my mate's fella moved in with her this week, and he comes with a boatload of models, the Warhammer and all that. So she's made him have a clear out. I reluctantly took one for the team and took the Rebel 153rd scale Star Wars 8080 for free.
Nice.
That's a good score for free, that is, in all fairness.
Very cool. Oh, you get a movie post. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know that one, Paul, for your cave.
Yeah, I got no to put it.
It's good to see that when it's finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what scale is that? 153rd.
53.
So that's going to be reasonably small, that one.
65 parts. No idea of the length.
No, I don't have
Who knows? Who knows?
Nice one.
Whoever
I
comes
really
with paint.
On the kit.
Little
Yeah,
Disney
I bet the
emblem
paint's
down
all
the
dried
corner.
Next up, we've got Chris Stover. This has got these two kits this week: the Tamiya 135th M60A1. It's a US Marine tank by the looks of things. And he's got himself the AMT 125th 1950 Chevy 3100 pickup. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll look nice.
I like the decals on it.
Yeah,
I would love that kit.
that's nice. Nice little haul there, Chris. Next up, we've got Dave Allen. A few little bits this week: Tamiya polish and AK filler putty. So he's got the 3 Tamiya compounds by the looks of things, and the modeling grey putty.
All right.
Dave's also got himself the Fujimi Nissan R32 present for the daughter. Okay, it's been nice.
Yeah.
Nice box art.
Yeah.
Too.
And he's got himself some U-Star part holders.
Dave, where did you get them from, mate? I need new ones. Mine have been pierced about 1 billion times in the 3 or 4 years I've owned them.
Got some plastic ones, Paul.
No, I like them. They hold your parts in. You tip everything upside down, they don't fall out.
Why would you want to tip everything upside down?
If you drop it on the floor like I do quite often,
Okay.
all your bits stay in. Wait.
Hey,
Hey.
Next up, we've got Shane Wright. And he says a 135th Gecko Models British ATMP and a CVRT Scimitar Mark II.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
that is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at all that on that nightmare. And Shane's also got himself plus a few extras: PE bender, some masking tape, MF heat shield 4, and some IPA.
Oil looks good.
Yeah. Some tape, the IPA. Looks like quite a good little PE bender that as well.
That's the tools thing.
Awesome.
Quite expensive. It's about 45 quid worth of bend up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
ouch.
cheap. Trying to work out what this is down the side here. It's just slotted, you think, or
I think they're like wire benders.
okay,
Looks like it.
that's cool. next up, we have Richard Thomas. Says, hi guys, along with Paul Savage, I went to the East Midlands Model Show in Hickby, Leicestershire last Sunday and behaved myself. Just bought one kit, a 124 Tamiya Nissan GTR R35. Nice little kit. I'm assuming that's
Awesome kit, that is. Such a good
I
kit.
like that car.
It's such a good kit to build as well.
Not a fan of that car, to be
I
honest.
built the Ayashima one. I have got the.
I wasn't until I built it, Luke, and it grew on me, and I like them now.
Yeah, awesome cars.
It's quite uninspiring to look at, I think.
You need to go in one, then you'll realise.
I'm going to say I've been in a big brake horsepower one of them, and they are phenomenal quick.
Next up is Digsby James, and he says, hello all, trust you're doing well. Just the one this week. It's a 148 Airfix Afghan single-story house. As always, thanks for taking a look. And to quote the stellar Stelzman, now back to the studio.
Nice
Not
one,
quite, not quite.
That's nice.
That looks interesting.
Simon Shorey house.
Yeah.
Must be small, then.
Next up is Cam. It says, hey up lads.
I hope.
Yeah.
I
hope
also treat myself to the Gundam Artifacts 2 complete set. This is a set of 5 tiny robots which, when built, are around 2 inches tall. Each model is around 50 parts, if you can believe it. Hope you have a great show. Wow, 50 parts is wow.
Wow. They're cool Transformers.
That's gonna be fiddly.
Isn't it?
Very
And
cool.
knowing, and knowing Cam, he won't be able to leave them alone. He'll have to modify them as well.
Yeah.
Be magnets and stuff.
Extra appendages.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Well, they look pretty cool, Cam. They look pretty cool.
Awesome.
I'm Frankie.
You are?
Next up is our own Roland, and he says the Revell Bronco half cab with dune buggy and trailer in 125th. Looks a nice kit with 162 parts.
You didn't
That's
even
a
have
cool
to,
one, Roland. I like that.
Yeah.
you didn't have to say Roland. You should have just. You could have just said, "Which one of us bought this?" And we'd all know.
Roland,
I'd build that. That's cool. That.
I
How
thought,
much, how much was that? How much you pay for that, Roland?
600 rands or whatever that is in pounds, 30 pounds, maybe, if that.
Good. That's good.
did you have
there's
to
a lot
count
in
the
the
parts,
box for
Roland?
30 quid, didn't it?
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's basically 3 kits. There's a comment there. There's a comment there, Alan.
Yeah, I'm now just asking if you actually count the parts, because it wasn't actually printed on the face of the box.
No, it is on the side, printed on the side.
Okay, I'll let you off then.
But you forgot my comment.
Oh,
And Roland has also bought himself the 68 Chevy Chevelle SS in 125th for the Christmas grill build. Thanks for
Well
looking.
done, Roland. If Roland can buy one of these all the way in South Africa, Andy Callis can buy one in Florida. He's put in the chat. I think he thinks I've missed it. Apparently, he's unofficially taking part of a 69 Chevelle.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works, Andy. That's not the way it works. Go on.
Shocking.
You can get one.
Shocking.
Hobby Lobby, Andy.
Next up is Jeff Light. It says, good evening, guys. Just a few more pates from Citadel for me this week. Wraith Bone, Snakebite Leather, and Typhoon Ash.
Ooh, I know her.
Cool names. Very nice, Jeff.
They always have these names.
Oh,
And look at this. Look at this.
Warsteiner. Here we go.
oh, what he's got.
This our own Dan. He says, picked up a great kit for the model in leg end Paul Bretland. 24th CLK from Tamiya. Some primer from UMP. A retractable Swan Morton scalpel handle. Oh, they do retractable ones.
Yep, found it on Amazon. I'll send you a link.
Okay, and
That is an awesome
and Mr.
car.
Service 500. Is that Mr. Service 500, Dan? Is it really thick?
I hope so. I want to use it as a filler.
It works.
Not
It works.
quite, yeah.
It works very well as a filler.
Hmm.
Nice.
Very well.
Might be worth
Okay,
investing in something like that.
That's the one I'm halfway through now, and seems to go together really, really well. It's quite fun.
Yeah, I got a different decal scheme though because the kit decals were trash, and Paul included a lovely different set.
Yeah,
Which were
yeah, the
The original
steel.
telly ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
best
original
looking
telly,
scheme. Best looking scheme on that car.
100%. 100%.
I agree.
yeah, so I've got that one upstairs under the bed somewhere. And finally this week is one from our very own Mr. Bretland. I believe this was a gift, wasn't it, Paul?
It was, mate. Yeah, sorry, something to Hannah. Yes, Mr. Dewar, Andrew, found a 68 Mercury Cougar on the bottom right. And I will probably build that, strip it and paint it in Sherwood Green to honour our late departed friend John MacArthur, who sadly passed a couple of weeks back now, wasn't it, Jamie, I think?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
I asked if he could get one. I gave him the money for it, which, didn't happen. So it turns up in the post with the Dodge Viper, which that kit is hard to find in the UK, and if you find them, like 50 odd quid. So thank you, Andrew, you lunatic. So me and Andrew will do a buddy build of that at some point, and that is a great looking kit as well.
Nice car.
Not like the other Vipers, that one builds up well.
That
It's
one
the
looks
first
sharp.
ever opening boot lid I've ever seen on a Revel kit.
Wow.
Never seen one before on a Revel kit.
Oh, no, there's some.
Does it have an engine as well, Paul? That one, or was it curbside?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Nice.
it's got the V10 in it as well.
Yeah, it's a really nice kit. Really
Oh.
nice kit. So thank you, Andrew, you absolute lunatic.
Madman.
Paul, eBay or Amazon? Really? Can you find a link for us, Dave, if you could, mate? Because I was looking the other day and couldn't find the bloody things.
And as they say, that is it from us this week. And
Well done, mate.
back
Nice.
over to you.
Top work. Cool. There we go. You got many questions this week, Dan?
Yeah, there's 4 or 5, I think.
Okay, we'll save them for the end.
Yeah.
Do that at the end. What else we got left to do? We've still got rolling section, the giveaway. Is that it?
I think so.
Dan section, questions.
Yeah.
Questions section.
Yeah, questions.
Group builds, if you want to go over group builds.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so what we got group build wise, I've lost it. I know I had it open. Alan, what are you doing?
Hey, Dixby.
Ta-da, Digsby, mate.
Right, cheers, XP.
So currently ongoing, my voice is going. Yeah, got the resin builds currently ongoing. That's due to finish the end of this month, 30th of October. We've still got a couple of weeks left on that. The German one's well underway, and then I think it's middle of next week, the 22nd, which towards the end of next week, isn't it? I think 22nd. We're going to start the sci-fi stroke space build. So that should be quite an interesting one to see what people come up with that one. You're not into that one, Paul?
Probably not, no.
No?
No, are you?
No.
Is anybody in here going to enter it?
I might.
What
I
build?
bet you don't.
I might just 3D print something just like really, really small.
Well, that's
Like
it.
a
That's
a
all
little
it being
rocket.
sci-fi or space. It could be anything sort of.
I've
sci-fi.
actually got a Star Wars A-wing. I wouldn't mind building.
Well, you could build Knight Rider. It's kind of science fiction, isn't it?
Yeah, it is technically. Yeah, I haven't got one, but yeah, I could. What, if that's science fiction because it doesn't exist, that car, does it?
No.
No, it does, doesn't it? Technically, I suppose.
Yeah.
I could do the same with the Dukes of Hazzard Charger, couldn't I? Really?
No.
Why? What's the
No.
difference?
By Knight
It's fiction.
Rider, but I don't mean kit. I mean David Hasselhoff.
The kit car exists.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean kit. I mean David Hasselhoff's character. Build him.
No,
Two different cars.
Joe's confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confused. You're talking about Kit, David Hasselhoff, and then you're talking about the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
You weren't listening at the beginning, were you?
I guess.
Oh,
Sorry.
you were. That's just even more worrying.
And the Christmas build, we are.
Where's the guidelines go with this, Alan? What classes as science fiction then? So I could build Kit, the car itself.
Well, no, because that is a Pontiac car, isn't it?
Technically, no. It's in the film. It's not in the series. It's not. It's not a Pontiac.
It's got a little red light on the front that goes.
It's
wom,
yeah. It's
wom.
night. It's a Night Industries 2000. So it's technically not a Pontiac. So could you build Knight Rider?
I don't know.
Yes.
Well, I mean, all entries will be judged by Simon. So,
Well, could you build Knight Rider? Is that feasible as a build?
I'd
Yeah.
say no.
Yeah, because it's probably. I don't think it's really science fiction,
so
but it's quite close to science fiction genre.
I'm just being really awkward
I know
now.
you
I've had this every group builder I've ever did. Someone's always done this. So we had a movie and film right group build years ago, and somebody wanted to build. I can't remember what car it was, but they wanted to do it as a James Bond car. But the car they wanted to do was never a Bond car. And I was like, how does this work then? Well, I want to do it as James Bond's car. Well, what film was it in? It wasn't in any of them.
Just going to put license plate on it.
So how the hell can you do it as James Bond's car? You know, it's like a Morris Minor.
See, so he,
I mean, Steve's bang on the money there. So you could do a Tesla because there's one of those floating around in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not fiction. That's not science fiction. Oh, but you said space as well.
Space,
Okay.
yeah, space. You see.
What about?
Yeah,
what about,
because normally with science fiction, people want to build a space shuttle. It's like, well, that's not science fiction.
Yeah, that's happy for as well.
That is
Yeah.
fact.
I'm going to say, as long as it's got some ties in some way to sci-fi or to space, aircraft, beams, or whatever it may be.
So the official ruling on Knight Rider is.
If you're going to say that's sci-fi,
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you.
I'm not going to argue with you, Paul, because if it's going to get you to partake,
No, I'm not taking part either way. I'm just being an ass.
I know you are, but you know, as long as it's got some tie to the theme, then that's
Is
good.
Thunderbirds classed as sci-fi? Of course it is.
Yes,
oh yeah.
100%.
There's a Dodge Charger in that one, orange with a flag on the roof.
Confederate flag on the roof, yeah.
Pretty sure there was. One of the lesser aired episodes.
Yeah.
They did a moonshine running it or something.
Must have been.
I say we're still taking entries for the Japanese group builds. That's still open to put your completed models in. I mean, hopefully, if not next week, in another fortnight or so after that, we might get around to going.
I have a Mercedes here which was driven by a Japanese grocer.
Sorry?
I say,
How about Jackie Chan and Jaws' Starion? I think it was a Starion out of the Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
So
No,
sounds
that's comedy. No, that's comedy.
I was talking about the film. I was talking about the car. His
George
Knight Rider was comedic in places as well.
Taylor has asked us Chitty
Certainly is today.
Yes, because it flies.
Well, we'll look at it this way. If you went into Sky Cinema and went under genres and looked under science fiction, you wouldn't find Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and you wouldn't find Dukes of Hazzard because it's a TV show and it won't be on Sky Cinema. But you know,
There's a
if
film.
you look
There is a
at
film, The
this
Dukes of
one.
Hazard. The new re-release.
What about
Oh,
Back to the
yeah.
Future?
But it ain't going to be
DeLorean?
under sci-fi.
Back to the Future DeLorean, yeah. See, yeah.
Yeah, that's sci-fi.
Could I do the Hilux out of that then?
Yeah.
I mean, it's from a sci-fi film.
Yeah.
Alan is livid. Look at him.
I've had this for years with all the group builds. We'll literally it'd be like a Mark 1 Spitfire build. It'd be like, can I do this prototype that flew once and crashed and no one ever saw? Like, no. Just build a Spitfire for Christ's sake.
Well,
Make it easy.
I'm happy as long as it's got some links to sci-fi or space. I'm happy for it to be.
Aaron's there, the Ducati from the Matrix. Good shout, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trinity.
You can do the Huey. Do the Huey out of the Matrix as well.
Oh, for the love of God, just build what you like.
Yep.
68 Chevelle, Jamie. 68 Chevelle.
Oh, build, yes,
All I
yes.
say,
Oh,
whatever you build,
yes.
on your own conscience be it. So,
You build whatever you like. Let's just move on from this. God,
There's the group build section done anyway.
yes.
I might build a 911 Turbo because in the
you
background,
can build whatever you like, Dan.
Just
in the
one-
background of
one
the
more thing on the group
second
build.
42 minutes, there's one in the background of a scene in some random sci-fi movie.
Is Bad Boys classed as science fiction?
Right, one more thing on the group build.
Checked out.
If you have taken part in the Japanese group build, can you please post up your finished work in the finished completed thread, please?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Dan's getting there.
It's close. It's close. If I get good bench time this weekend, I might get it done because it's like all the semi-gloss black work, glass work, all that kind of stuff.
I think you've got another 2 weeks, if not 3 anyway, Dan.
Yeah.
We're keeping Roland awake here. We're keeping Roland awake. Should we do Roland section?
Yeah, as long as I'm still awake.
So, Roland's going to go through all the work that you finished over the last couple of weeks. All right. Don't forget you put you can put multiple projects in here now as well if you want with multiple pictures. Obviously, don't take the mickey putting loads in. You're going to get to vote at the end, so make sure you pay attention to whose project it is and the subject as well. You'll get one vote, and if you do vote, you'll then be entered into the free prize draw to win a £20 UMP gift voucher. But you'll only be eligible if you vote.
Well.
It's going to take us a bit longer to work this out at the end because we're going to have to count the individual votes.
Yeah.
So when the voting is cast, can someone do a tally chart and count the votes as they go in for us?
Alan does that anyway, didn't he?
No.
Yeah.
No, it just counts who voted for what subject.
You will have a complete tally. All right, then. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think Luke should do it anyway.
You can double check, Luke, if you want, please. Roland, have you got both sections off the Daily Live and the ISM pages? Yeah, because there's 2.
Yeah.
Fine.
Cool. Right then, over to Roland and Alan. No, actually, it's Roland for now. And he's look at all the work you finished over the last couple of weeks.
Alrighty, so let's get going. All right, we start with the forum. Let's just do a refresh and make very sure there is nothing. Right. Then we start with what was up there in...
I'm going to share the screen, Roland.
No, Alan.
Sorry. I'm just trying to get things to go.
I was just getting ready to go, oh, look at that. I was literally going.
Here we go. Okay, start now.
Robert
has the Hasegawa 124 Lancia Super Delta 1992 Martini livery.
Nice.
For you.
Wow.
That's lovely, Roland.
Oh.
How did you get the colours like that?
Yeah.
Very, very vibrant.
Engine and engine bay kit and some photo etch added to model for extra detail, which at times during the build made me feel like I'd taken on a bit too much.
Well, that one's got my vote. Just get there. Oh, sorry, sorry.
The Surfacer Grey 1500, top code GX1 white and Gravity Spain 2K clear. Code also various LP paints used on interior and running gear. Thanks for looking.
That looks lovely.
Absolutely.
Do
you know the only thing that would improve that, Roland?
If we had some pictures.
If we could fucking see it.
Yeah.
Why can't you see it?
Because you've not screen shared, you prat. Oh my God, Roland. Hilarious. And we even, Bloody Alan gave it away at the beginning and you still carried on. Oh my God, that's funny. That is actually really nice. That's very nice, Robert.
That is awesome.
You can see it. It looks awesome.
That is sure.
You've got all your flowers.
That's the one.
Anyway, after Robert, we have Matt Bryan, who has, to keep on the Martini theme, just for Alan, it wasn't planned, honest, I have the 124 Italieri Porsche 935 Baby, painted in the main with Tamiya LP39 Racing White. Was a nice kit to put together, but those decals over the wheel arch were a swine and split on me.
Oh.
These ones at the end. Oh.
Looking good, Matt.
Looks good. Nice to see one of these with the stripes on it.
Yeah, very pretty.
Not a bad scheme, that.
Yeah. And then we have Chris, model Chris, We have a martini schemed one for a change, and this is moved on to main post. Finished my entry in the styrene machine group build Tamiya 124 Ford Mustang GT4, painted up in a martini race livery. 5-scale paints and 2K used. White and martini paint set. Tamiya paints for details. Kit decals and martini set from eBay. Have a good weekend, and thank you for looking.
Wow.
That's very pretty. That's actually
Lovely
very pretty.
Very cool, Chris.
Yeah,
Love it.
that is really cool.
Right, then moving to the ISM live group. And here we start with Jamie Beat.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's back.
30 M3. In Tin Harvey's Levitt scheme used UMP grey primer, Tamiya X2, and the blue I mixed myself. Hope you like it. Oh, I do, Jamie. I do like it.
What are the wheels on that one, Jamie?
Sorry?
What are the wheels off on that one?
The scale motor specials they are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact for you. Labatt
Yeah.
just celebrated their 175th year in business here in Canada.
Oh, there
Wow.
we are. Then.
No, that's a proud record.
Yes.
Right. Nice one, Jamie.
It was
Oh,
great.
I love Evening, folks. Just finished the Yashima 124 Suzuki Kerry Games Center, painted with Mr. Surfacer, Tamiya LP50 and Tamiya LP2, cleared with GX100. Various Tamiya and Mr. Color paints used throughout the rest of the build. Changed the standard games in the kit to Nintendo games using homemade decals and pinched the Mario head from my Doto Lego set. Well done. Super fun build, this one, and a good quick mojo builder if you're in a bit of a funk. Thanks, folks. Have a good night.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That is super cool, Dave.
Apart from the mistreating of your daughter, that's a very cool kid. Stole her head. Can't believe this. No, that's lovely.
That's sharp. It is sharp build, that as well.
Very nice.
I like it a lot.
No. Dave is a good modeler. He really is. Oh, look at that. Wayne Labar completed this morning. Red Star 47, 135 from Industria Mechanica, a resin model with PE elements and used some seed beads. Soundrest primer, Mr. Color Lacquer for body, MIG panel line wash oils, EZ line for the rigging, rust effect from vinegar steel wool process. A mix of Tamiya lacquer and some Model Masters enamel for pilot. Stand homemade from foam, painted Tamiya flat, black from rattle can. That is
Cool.
It's so
fantastic.
different, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
that-
super cool.
I
Industrial
love that.
Mechanics do some really cool stuff, don't they?
It's neat.
That's cool. Very, very cool.
I call the
I
chipping and everything on it, isn't it? It's
Right. Something a bit more clean is from Paul Laura. Evening, Roland. Finished my first ever model, Tamiya RX7. I used UMP sanders and UMP white primer, then coated in Tamiya LP50 and various other Tamiya paints, and finally finished in Pro Range 2K. I had quite a few mess ups, but it's all a learning curve. Thanks for looking. Are you kidding me? Is that your first model? That
It
is-
is absolutely superb, Paul.
yeah.
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 This is Paul Windmill, Roland,
Yeah.
out of our Hangouts.
Mhm.
Absolutely amazing for your first model, mate.
Right,
But
it's nice,
Yes.
isn't it?
he's had a good teacher, so that's all I can say.
Be proud of yourself there, mate.
Very much so.
Look good
Very
when
cool.
it's finished, mate. Definitely.
Very nice.
No, it looks
Oh,
awesome.
here we go. Lindsay has an Airfix 148 J26 Mustang in Swedish Air Force livery, painted in Vallejo and metal color acrylics. This was an OOB build, out of the box build, but added wiring to the radio behind the seat and in the cockpit. Brake lines and other small details added. And here a closer look at the cockpit right over here.
That's
Very
cool.
nice work.
Nice job, that.
That's very cool.
Lovely.
Very cool, Nick.
work. Nick.
Cheers, Maggot.
Very nice. Right, we have Mark Atkinson. Greetings, Roland. Greetings, and all the live crew. I've just finished the 124 Volkswagen Corrado G60 for the German group build. I think it's one of the most underrated cars ever. Found in
Stunning.
UMP. Body color is Tamiya LP7, finished with the Gravity Spain 2K through the Apex airbrushes. Interior was flocked in black embossing powder, seats painted with zero paints, textured charcoal. A combination of Tamiya LP and acrylics used throughout. Heat stained the exhaust, engine and other parts washed in black panel line accent. Suspension has been slammed onto Scale Production's 17-inch BBS RS wheels and a custom number plate added. Smoked all the lights as the headlights sat on the flat back and looked naff. Love doing this build as I'm a huge Golf and Corrado fan. Happy with it overall. Have a great show. Well, you should be happy
Very
with
nice.
it.
Mark.
That looks sharp, Mark.
I'm fair play for building a kit that's worth our amount of money. They're worth a fortune, those Corrados.
Proper nice.
Oh, I didn't know.
Go for 100, 150 quid easily.
I'd love one. Absolutely love one.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, look at that. You. So calling this one down. Hunter T8, 764, Naval Air Squadron RNAS Lossiemouth, 1970. Airfix 148, Hunter F6 Aircraft T8 resin conversion kit, brass undercarriage set, resin ailerons, correction set, resin pylon set, and decals, master brass pilot and Brengun PE access ladders. Primed in Mr. Hobby 1500 black, main colors Alcat high speed silver and Humbrol fire orange. Used several Alcat metals and Tamiya LP X and XF. Thanks for looking. I'll tell you what,
very nice, Hugh. Very nice.
Minute, he makes some awesome kits. He really is.
Yeah, it's beautiful, Hugh.
Mega.
Yeah, I love that.
Looks awesome, mate. Well done, Hugh.
Very, very nice. Right, we have Matthew Jackson here. Evening all. I've just finished my first race car, the 99 Subaru Impreza WRC in 124 from Tamiya. Body painted in Tamiya TS50 and wheels in TS21. The rest has been brush painted with Tamiya acrylics. Clear coat was Mr. Hobby GX 100. Really enjoyed the decaling stage of the build, although the big ones on the side were a bit tricky, but happy with how this turned out as it's a lot cleaner than any of my other builds. Thanks for looking. It looks very clean. That certainly does. Very nice.
Nice job, yeah.
Lovely work, Matt. Lovely work.
I'd have to me build one of those. Colour looks awesome.
And here we have a figure from Gary Constable. Good evening, Roland and all the Friday crew. Finished the 75mm figure called Damned Lust. By scale 75, painted using Mr. Hobby 1200 black surface primer, then brush painted with various Vallejo, Citadel, and Pinata inks and acrylic paints. For some reason, the wife thought I spent far too much time on this one. Thanks for looking at the model. Some detail painting had to be done there, Gary. I can see that.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you've got
That is awesome painting. The flesh
It is
tones
very
are
cool, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Very
Lovely,
cool.
Gary.
Oh, here we go. Anthony Rico. Hey, crew. How are you all? Well, I tried out some armor and tried it at 72nd scale. Italeri Autoblinda AD43 was used by the Italian state police and was this red color because they didn't have lights and sirens, so needed a color that would be noticed. Painted with Vallejo Game Air Scarlet Red was pretty fun for a little side build. Now, with that color, it might be confused with a Ferrari. You don't want that.
That is
That is really cool.
It is.
I love the
Very-
truck rims on that. That is so neat.
Look at that.
How small?
It's bloody small. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Nice one, Anthony. Love it.
Mega.
So cool.
Right, we have Scott Borland. He tells us he finished 2 lengths, and so he did. So I will take this opportunity, guys. When you put some pictures in here, that's wonderful. Please give us at least something to work with. Tell us the scale, what it is, where it comes from, who made the kit. I can see a 172 here in the corner, so I take it that's this. But give us a little bit of information so we know what we are looking at.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks an awesome build, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
Right, work on the camera.
Scale model, Chris. Wait a minute. Haven't we seen this one before?
Yeah, he did say that it moved it to the main thread.
Right, okay,
It's
we have
more
seen that one before.
I think.
It's,
Alan Park. Yeah, we can move on. Hey, Roland, this one has been built for the ISM German group build. It's a Nuno 124 BMW M8 GTE, done in the Liberty Productions BMW Red Bull iRacing scheme. Primed in Mr. Surface of 1500 grey, base coat a mix of Mr. Color 326 and 2 at a 1:1 ratio. Cleared with Mr. Super Clear Satin. Various LP, Mr. Color and AK colors used elsewhere. As always, thanks for taking the time.
Awesome.
Look. Very pretty.
I'm
That
out.
is very- I
Nice
like
work.
that a lot.
Nice work, Al.
Very good one.
Nice.
I really like that.
Right, see you finish.
But
It's
he,
going to be a nightmare again to choose
what
one.
colour you
Oh,
gonna paint it, Al?
That looks awesome, Alan.
Very nice.
How long did it take you to do those decals?
By the looks of things,
About a
about
week.
hour.
The abuse you got to take.
yeah, very nice.
Beautiful.
As I said, there's 3 different sets on there. There's the iRacing scheme set, there was the detail up set, and then there was some you needed from the original kit ones as well. So
Oh,
Wow.
brilliant.
It came out really well, Al.
Sounds mate.
it is nice.
Right, Richard Thomas also gave us one. He gave us the 124 Tamiya Nissan Skyline GT RV Spec R34, straight out of the box. Used various UMP sanders, used Halford's Grey Primer, TS42 Light Gunmetal, and U-POL Clear Lacquer. Interior TS6, TS29, and XF56. No polish system used, maybe next model. Thanks for looking.
Nice.
Put that
Well,
one to-
mate.
okay.
Come out well.
Very nice.
Salt and pepper, love it, love it.
Like the base as well.
And here we have Dave. Dave Molina gives us the Airfix 132 Triumph Herald using for the first time 2K. Did a little extra on the engine and also had to chop the back seat and bring it forwards for the car body to sit on the chassis. Not the best build, but I enjoyed it and will get better. Thanks for looking.
Nice one, Dave.
How small that is as well. Was it 130?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
Tiny.
tiny.
Yeah,
Yes.
The
32.
engine
Yeah.
detail.
I think 124th will be a tiny
Yeah.
kit. Anyway, wouldn't it? Because it's
Yeah.
not a big
Yeah,
car.
Herald, yeah, not a big car.
It's
Yeah.
nice work.
Very nice. I love that engine detail. I love it. I love it that you could put 3 engines in here as well. Yeah,
The detail on that is fantastic for the scale.
yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it is.
Nice one, Dave. Mark Ewing gives us a small 135 Machine Krieger figure and base. I'm calling this scene sad and broken. Products I used, Mr. Surfacer 1200 Tamiya paints, VMS matte varnish, UMP Apex. Used oil, AK Interactive weathering products, cheap static grass, and 3D printed base off eBay. That's very cool. I
It's
like
Very
that.
cool.
I really like that. Yeah,
The simple
Very
looks
cool.
good though, mate.
yeah, really.
Robot.
Very nice. Also like what you did with the base. Looks good, man. Looks
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Different greens, different grasses. Really nice. Right, and last but not, talking about green, Paul-ISM scale models has the monogram 12470 Plymouth GTX. I built this for the USACC group build over on YouTube and their Facebook. For a near 40-year-old kit, it wasn't too bad to build, a bit simple in places, but still an enjoyable kit. Primed in grey Tamiya primer, painted in scale finishes, Dodge F8 dark green, masked and painted the black stripes on the bonnet. Kit decals used on the side stripes, wheel were left kit chrome and the tire lettering printed with a white paint pen. Chrome was repainted using GX2 and Mr. Hobby Super Metallic plate silver. Body was flattered with micromesh and 3M pads, then polished with UMP polish system. Kit glass was badly marked, so was fixed with micromesh and Novus polish. Interior was done black on black with black flocking.
I also added some aftermarket mirrors and changed the exhaust for some aluminium tubing as well.
Tubing. Very nice.
Tubing.
Very nice.
Very good.
Should be
I
another
love that.
pick.
Love
Should be another
Grabber
pick
hood.
as well. Yeah, there should be another pick.
Love the car.
Very
That's
nice.
very cool.
Very nice.
I'm looking forward to
Here we
building
go,
mine.
different angle.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, nice pipes. Nice pipes. Oh.
Very pretty. Oh, I love those exhaust pipes. They came
No,
out
they're
very
a
nice.
bit big because I didn't originally have them that
They
big.
are a bit huge, but I think they're fit because with the grabber hut, I mean, this was a racer, straight line racer. Yeah, very nice. And that's it. That's all I have for tonight.
There we go. There we
Wow.
go.
Okay.
Top work. Well done. Right. So now you guys get the time it takes for Roland to recap. I think we got to put a timer on this today, you know. I think we got to put like a 5-minute timer on it.
Yeah.
Well,
Make it fair, so there's an official cut-off point, not just when we choose.
Yeah, we
So
should put a timer on that.
it's either from the moment Roland stops giving the thing, or we do a 5-minute timer. We're going to have to make it fair if we're going to do it the way we're going to do it today.
well, how
we
about
can do that.
It's going to take 2-3 minutes to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Roll and refresh in a couple of minutes. So why don't we put a 3-minute time on at the end? If you
3 minutes probably enough, because by then everybody should have made up their
Well, then, yeah.
And then we can do our votes at the end after the 3 minutes, then, if you like.
Yep. So don't forget, you're going to vote now. Pick one build. Try and remember the builder's name and the subject, and put your votes in chat. And don't forget, if you do put a vote in, you will then be put in the draw to win a £20 UP gift voucher. So no random number generator tonight. To win this, you're going to have to vote. So this is up to you guys if you take part now.
Dan, can you start a 3-minute timer at the end of roll and finishing, please?
Yep.
Because I won't have a chance to do that and count the votes. Thank you.
So,
Yep.
Are you ready, guys?
Right.
Well, I'm going to start the voting there. So the voting's open. Go for it, Roland.
All righty. And we start, ladies and gentlemen, with Robert Hayes Lancia Super Delta 1992 Martini livery, well praised, even if it wasn't seen. Then we have Matt Bryan on the Martini themed 124 Italieri Porsche 935 baby. Then we have scale model Chris, now moved to main post, the Tamiya 124 Ford Mustang GT4. Then next one is Jamie Beat with his BMX BMW E30 M3. Next one is David McGrew with his beautiful Aoshima 124 Suzuki Carry Game Center with the head stolen from his daughter. Then we have Wayne Labar, the Red Star 47135 from Industria Meccanica. Very nice. Then, oh no, I deleted one. I will find it again. Then we have Nick Lindsay with his Airfix 148 J26 Mustang in Swedish Air Force livery. Next one is Mark Atkinson with his 124 Rebel Volkswagen Corrado. Then we have Hugh Gordon with his Hunter T8 of the 764 Naval A Squadron. Then we have Matthew Jackson. He has his 99 Subaru Impreza WRC in 124. Gary Constable giving us this figure, which he worked way too long for his wife, which is a scale 75 Damned Lust. We have Anthony Rico with his beautiful Autoblinda AB43. We have Scott Borland with the two Lancasters. Then we have scale model Chris. We had to look at that one. Alan Parker is here with his German group built Nunu 124 BMW M8 GTE in the Liberty Productions scheme. Then the next one is Richard Thomas with his 24 Tamiya Nissan Skyline GT-RB Spec R4. Then we have Dave Molina with his Airfix 132 Triumph Herald. There we go. Then we have Mark Ewing with his Machine Krieger. This is a bit sad and broken. We have Paul with his, let's get out of here. Here we go. Monogram with 70 Plymouth GTX for the USACC group build. And then let's see what we lost here. We obviously would like to get that in. It was after that. Here we go. And we have Paul Windmill, aka Paul Laura, with his Tamiya RX7, his first ever model. Lovely one. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Tom Roland.
Nice one, Roland.
We got time we're going down, yeah?
Yep, timer has started.
Will it make a noise when it's done?
No, but I probably can.
Good stuff. So we've got a timer on now. You've got 3 minutes to get your vote in. If you don't vote, you don't get entered into winning the gift voucher. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Takes you a second to vote, and the winner will get a nice £20 UMP gift voucher.
go. Christ.
Right there, make sure you give the stream a thumbs up. We're on 95 or 100 viewers, so we're doing well.
Very nice, very nice. Love it. Thanks, guys.
You have been voting, that's right. It'd be interesting to see if we get more votes tonight than usual.
Oh, we'll see. We'll take it hard.
Should be good. Incidentally, I'll be live in the morning, probably earlier than normal because James's swimming's been cancelled, much to James's relief and annoyance at the same time. So, yeah, I'll be live in the morning. No idea what we're going to do tomorrow. I've got video to edit, haven't I? Yay. And anybody else got any videos due out?
No.
Dan, you just done a bench update, haven't you?
Yeah, just about to update part 2 of the Legacy probably next week because I want to get some modelling done this week. So, but all the footage is there. Just need to edit it. And to be honest, the kit could be finished this weekend.
Cool. I put a part 2 of the GTX on Patreon yesterday. Part 3 will be up over the weekend. There's still about 7 videos to go over on ISM from Patreon as well. Part 11 of I think there's 2 parts of Atlantis still to go up. 2 parts of the Audi, couple of reviews. I can't remember now. There's a few to go up over there. I lose track now because there's a delay in putting them up.
25 seconds left.
I know there's loads to go up, so.
Crikey, Moses, there's a lot of votes tonight.
15 seconds left.
Yeah, we've got Modified Hero 1 to go. Part 1 of the GTX, Part 2 of the Audi,
10.
Part 3 of the Audi, Part 12 of the Modified Hero, the Aston unboxing, Part 1 of the Aston, and Part 2 of the Monogram to go up. So there's still loads to go up, I guess.
Caw. Caw.
There we go. Stop your voting. Stop your voting.
Right then. Let me have a quick
So how many have you got currently right now? Don't include our votes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to just do now.
I mean, Alan Matts, not Simon Matts, by the way.
I'm still writing down the names in order for the giveaway, like, so we know the numbers.
Oh, nice one, mate. That'll be handy. So we're going to pick a random number. One of the lads. Can someone get a random number generator ready? Roland?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. And we're going to pick it in the order we see. Well, it'll be the order Luke sees, which is what we see. And our say is final, right? It's as simple as that. And whoever gets it gets a £20 UMP gift voucher. Simple as that.
I get 56 votes is what I get. I just need. I don't. If you've been counting, Luke.
Yeah, I'm writing the names down in order.
That's still about half then, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame, really. I mean,
It's a bit, isn't it? It's up to them if they want to partake and join in.
That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, you can't force it to drink.
I like that Andy Kelly saying that's an always damn mates. When
How many did you have there, Alan?
56 I had. That I could
56.
count.
Okay. Right. We all just throw in our word.
Yeah, we'll do our votes and then we'll do the giveaway.
Just
Okay.
to say as well that I've included Simon's voting there because Simon voted because he's in the chat. So I know he's one of the live crew, but he's not here.
Make any
tonight.
difference if he's not using the chat?
Yeah, I've included that as well.
One more vote for 100 peeps. Thumbs up, you mean?
Thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Done.
There we
Thanks,
go.
Daryl.
Yeah, so
Who you after first, Alan?
Right. So, okay, I'll be doing that. Okay. Right. So, go on then, Paul. Give us your vote then, please.
Paul Mills, RX-7. For a first build, he's done very, very well. He's listened well to advice, taken everything on board, executed it very, very well. and done a very good job on his first model. Definitely.
Yeah.
57 I got, Al.
Have you?
Mm.
But if you got, we'll go with
Will
yours.
you ask? We can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, who's next?
Dan, Croak.
Oh,
Don't make us.
Hugh
It comes as
Gordon's Hunter.
Hugh Gordon's Hunter.
yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
It's a good one.
Jamie.
To be fair, there's a few that I thought, that I wrote down. Hugh's plane was fantastic. But for me, I think the Labatt's BMW was the best. No, seriously, no. Paul Wimbled's RX-7. I'm not keen on the car. I'm not, but first build, like, come on, you know what I mean? You got to encourage people, haven't you? And that, to me, he smashed it.
Yeah.
We've got, you got to encourage new modelers, haven't you? And that is just a great job, to be fair.
Yeah, knocked it out the park with that one.
He has, really has.
Woody boy.
It's so many. I'm gonna go with Hughes Hunter. I think I look really, really cool.
Absolutely stunning.
Love that.
Okay. Roland.
It pains me like tooth pain. It really is horrible. And I apologize in advance, but it is Alan's BMW M8.
Thank you, Roland.
There's loads in there. They're just ace.
Rich.
Dave McRae's game truck.
Yeah, that was also in the running. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Joe.
Hugh Gordon's Hunter was fantastic.
Stunning.
I enjoyed yours, Alan. I think yours is fantastic, but I have to agree with the guys because I've been in the chat with Paul, and his RX is just, for his first build, my goodness. And he went right into, using 2K and everything else. Like,
Yeah.
good on him. Fantastic. Yeah. So mine goes with Paul's RX. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
that's fantastic.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're right, Larry. Can't go wrong with any of them.
No.
Again, it's so many to choose from, isn't there? It's David McRae, Suzuki, awesome build. Jamie's BMW, that looks epic, Jamie, in all fairness. Again, a shout out for Hugh in that Hunter, very good. And Paul for his RX-7 for first build, that's awesome. But you know what? I'm just going a little bit off the piece here a little bit, and I'm going to go for Dave Manila and that little Triumph Herald, because for the size of the thing, there, again, is a new model.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A bloody beautiful little job on that, so I'm going to go for his little Triumph Herald.
Yeah.
And that's that.
This week was fantastic with seeing the different genres of model building, even on what you were working on and the finished products.
Fantastic variety. Love it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Right then, so unfortunately we've got a tie this week.
Let's go. Some
Photoshop
photoshopping required from you then, Alan.
So we got a tie on the first, got a clear second and a clear third. Now the ties between, let's get the third place is Paul with his little RX-7. I think that's well deserved, to be fair.
Very well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very well deserved. In second place is Hugh Gordon with his Hunter.
Stunning.
Justice.
Worthy contender there. And the ties between Dave McRae and myself, and I'm going to yield. I'm going to yield. I'm going to give it to Dave because I'm a live crew.
Yeah.
I'd rather it go to one of the people who watch and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
very nice. Very nice.
Fair play, mate.
So I'm going to say Dave McRae is this week's winner.
Nice one, mate.
Hello, Dave. Well done, mate.
Nice work, everybody. Fantastic stuff.
Okay, who's got the random number generator?
I have it going, buddy. I have it going. Don't you worry.
Oh,
I got you ready. I cool.
there's a number between 1 and 57 we're looking for, and I've. Oh, no mind.
1 and 57.
Yeah, hang on, wait. Right, so
Wait.
we've all
I'm
allocated a number in the order that you posted your votes, all right? We've got to go on what we can see because it will show different ways round on different computers depending on where you are, all right? So we're going to do a random number generator. Luke's got all your names written down in the order that you posted your votes. And whoever gets picked gets a £20 UMP gift voucher to spend on umpretail.com, all right? So when you're ready, Roland, pick a number.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 20.
20. So let's see.
20.
20 is the number. It is the 57th time we had the number 20.
And number 20 was Craig Stadius.
Hey,
All right. Way to go,
there you go,
Craig.
I don't, Craig.
Right.
Got all the names written down there, and I just counted from top down to 20, and we got Craig.
Well done,
So well done,
Craig.
Craig.
There you go, mate.
Well done, Luke. Well done, Craig.
Get in touch with me over the weekend, and I'll sort that out for you, mate.
Thank you, Rich.
Congrats. Well done, boys. Nice work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant work.
Yep. Well done, everyone. Well done.
Yeah, and I can clear on my screen as well, Luke, just to confirm.
Yeah, cool. There we go. Marvelous.
What a relief.
Nice.
I know. Yeah. Christ, that could have been awkward, couldn't it?
No. There we go.
No, not really. Yeah, you're right there.
Hopefully in future it'll entice a few more people to vote. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Thank you to Rich again for another prize. Absolute legend.
Yeah.
As they say,
That's
participation
great.
is-
Congrats to Dave. You will be on the banner.
Yeah.
Oh, great, Dave. You all right, mate? Yeah, spend it wisely. Yes, mate, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All that meticulous planning work then, Paul.
No idea.
It didn't
I'd
go
sit back and chat orders out. There we go.
Questions for the crew then?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Damn straight.
I'm my captain.
So, first question is from Steve Grimsrud, who says, I'm working on the 58 Plymouth Fury, aka the Christine car from Stephen King. Body is red, white top, chrome with aluminium panels. My question is, I want to spray the chrome on instead of bare metal. Good idea, for starters. Which order would you paint the body? So he says, painted the white roof first, then taped it off. Plan is to then paint the red, mask that off, then spray gloss black down where the chrome will go, and then spray the chrome. Is this the most efficient way to paint it?
If you clear coat now, I wouldn't even bother spraying the black.
I was going to say, the chrome will go down fine over the gloss red, won't it?
It will, yeah.
Just done it today over the GTX. So if you do a 2K, you'll get the best shine you'll get off anything.
Yeah.
I've done it. Looks
Is
awesome.
it just a white roof, do we reckon, or did you say vinyl roof?
I think he said white, didn't he?
Just wait.
White.
Yeah, if it's just white, then yeah, just wait.
I'd clear coat it, but it had to be a good clear coat.
Yeah.
Put your chrome
The other
paint
thing-
over that, and it'll give a very nice chrome effect over the clear. If you're not clearing, then yeah, gloss black, then the chrome.
If you 2K it, I mean, and you let it dry, I mean, it will be so resilient, you know, you can do anything. Even if you go over or somewhere it goes underneath the tape, you can clean it up so easily because the 2K is so resistant.
Definitely. Oh, Craig said, can you give it to Multi Heroes? Yes, of course can, mate.
Oh, good man.
Legend, Craig.
Nice.
Thank you very much, mate.
Hold on.
Here we go, Chris.
Good man. I'll sort that out.
So,
Well done, mate.
second question is from Paul J. Lewis, who asks, having finished your latest build, do any of the live crew keep things like the box art instruction, the leftover parts, etc.? And if so, why?
I keep any spares, like I got a GTX now. I had spare wheels, tires, spare bonnet, spoiler, some carbs, intakes. Might have been a few little bits. I keep anything like that I think either I'll need again for another build, or one of the lads might need before. And occasionally I keep the box art. So I got the box art of this one. Number one, it was a gift off a viewer of Sean. It was a bit car I wouldn't normally pick to choose. It wouldn't be something I'd pick this. And it's like a nostalgia. It's not the It's not the prettiest of box art, but you don't get boxes like that anymore, do you? So
yeah,
I thought I'd keep the box art and stick to the seal or something. But generally, they normally go in the bin unless it's an iconic car. So I've kept like BMWs, Escorts, the Audi Quattro. I've got a few others that fell off under there as well. Boxes generally go in the bin.
Yeah, I'm the same really. I never
Instructions all go in the bin. I'll keep spare decals, no matter how small the decal it is. It goes into a bag because you just never know when you need a decal for anything.
I do sort of generally keep instructions for a while, which is handy because some of the cars that I've built, like the Tamiya cars, I've since bought like the Model Factory Hero kits, which if ever you've seen the instructions for those.
Well, some have call outs, some don't.
So, I mean, basically the 155 that I built, I previously built the Tamiya version, and I used the Tamiya instructions plus a load of detailed photographs, like for paint codes really and stuff like that. So I do keep those, and spares I have got like a couple of trays here full of like the odd bits, like I'm building that E-Type Jag at the minute. Now I'm doing a slightly different race version, so I've kept all the bumpers, all the chrome work, which I'm not going to use. I'll keep in there in case anybody else makes one and messes it up and needs some spares, really.
Basically, we just save everything for side.
Yeah.
I like to keep anything that's kind of left over from a kit. And if I've like 3D printed something for the kit, then the part that's actually in the kit, I'll keep that anyway. Because if I come to do a kit in the future that I want to design and 3D print a part for, I've got good reference then. So like I've got a lot of parts in a box under here. Well, it's somewhere because I've moved the rooms around. But I've got a lot of parts in a box somewhere, which I'll use for reference when I'm designing parts for future kits. The box art, I've kept the box art from every kit I've built so far. So that's only about 15 to 20, something like that. But I've kept the box art for everyone.
I used to keep the box arts. I keep the box arts off the much older kits, the ones that the box arts that are, some of the more classic box arts. I keep those. I keep all my instructions for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, same here. I've got a stack of them.
Part of all the instructions. Any spare decals, any spare parts, all get thrown in the box. Just because you never know. If you're scratch building something, you can normally manipulate another part to look like something you want it to look like. So I keep those sort of parts. Yeah.
I do the same thing as everybody else. I keep all my parts, spare parts. I just throw them in one day I'll sort them all out, engines, wheels, whatever, and keep them in containers. Decals, same thing. I keep all my decals. As far as box art, I keep all my boxes so far, but I plan on cutting all the box art out and making a collage on a wall in my cave. Instructions, I only keep instructions that the kits that I built box stock in case I'm going to put it in a show someday and you have to have the instructions with it. Those are the only instructions I keep. The rest they're gone.
That's cool. I even keep some like empty sprues as well, just in case for scratch building or like sprue glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I look at that though, is whatever you're building, you always tend to have a screw with what you're building. So
Yeah.
you can always cut a piece off that if you need a bit of screw. That's.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But like, you know,
I know some people cut all the screw up and keep it in a plastic bag, don't they?
Yeah.
Plastic bags full of.
Or making 50-liter sprue glue, which we'll
Yeah.
never use.
most of it goes in plastic recycling, to be honest. Most of the leftover sprue.
Yeah. Yeah, I try and recycle everything. So spare parts, I keep. If I keep box art, I'll probably only keep like the end of the box.
That's cool.
Maybe put a few of them together every now and again. But to be honest, instructions of box art, because it's all on scale mates. Yeah, I'm not too bothered. We used to keep them all, but then, you know, at this stage, I'd be overrun with empty boxes as well, and empty and used instructions and everything else gets binned. Yeah.
I keep instructions which are not on scale mates, and I have uploaded quite a few instructions on scale mates because
if they're not on scale mates, I will try and upload them as well, just to make sure.
Because some of the older kits which I have, there are no instructions on scale mates. That's nothing.
But like, look at that. That is lovely box art, isn't it? Like, so yeah, that's right.
What did you cut that out with your teeth?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Any more on that question?
No.
Okie dokie then. Let's move on to a question from Shane. So Shane says, "Hi gang, what's the most unique tool you use all the time, i.e. makeup brush?"
Good question.
Unique.
Unique. God, it's unique.
Does it just mean what tool do you use the most, or?
No, probably more. I think you means more unusual.
Norm, I suppose.
Yeah. So I mean, a makeup brush is a good example because I have one. Used for dusting off things.
Mickey Mouse toothbrush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a good one.
all the time for cleaning up kits, dust, polish. Yeah, all the time.
I use quite often use an old airbrush needle for cleaning out and scraping in panel lines and stuff. I use that sometimes.
Really?
I don't know. What it sounds poor. It's got an old tooth.
I guess the one I use is silicone.
But mine's just not a Mickey Mouse one because I couldn't find a Mickey Mouse.
I don't know where my toothbrush has gone.
Try the bathroom.
You lost something in that room. It's unbelievable.
Here's one of my most unique tools. It's this little flashlight thing for finding stuff on the floor when I drop it.
Oh yeah, that too.
Snap.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Gotta have one of those for finding stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
I suppose the other thing, I suppose,
earlier.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a unique tool.
Just for like cutting, like that roll cage earlier, and it was just perfect for that, really.
I thought it was like for harpooning whales or something.
It is a bit. You can use it for anything.
It's a multi-tool.
Calipers when you're doing decaling, so you can make sure everything's equal both sides.
Yeah, I've always got mine handy.
I've never ever used them.
I've always got my caliper.
If I flash though, I get mine on them.
It's like
Yeah, but I would say every tool I have is model related, so
Yeah.
it's not a
Yeah.
That's been a few times. Little mini hammer.
yeah.
They got a nice little mini hammer.
And then
Yeah, I think 30 years ago there was probably a lot more use of nail clippers and Stanley knives and whatever household stuff. Glossing your kits with floor polish, crazy things like that. But I think that the stuff that's available is more modeling specific. There's more of it is more readily available. So I think certainly for me, I've moved to more modeling bespoke tools.
I mean, I've used this a lot more than I thought I would. my little anvil. But I suppose it is modelling related. But I mean,
how often do you get a miniature horse? That's the thing.
Quite often.
I suppose my my brush cleaner for the brushes I use with acrylic paint, that's homemade, which is made from witch hazel, castile soap, almond oil, and some alcohol.
All right.
Very nice.
What?
Actually,
It's a witch's brew, basically.
Scylla
Brush
makes
cleaner.
Does it smell
Cleaning
like?
what?
Brushes, paint brushes,
Cleans
but
Scylla
only
makes-
for acrylic. It only
Witches.
works with
soaps,
water
and she
based.
made me a thing where a brush conditioner in a little container, and that actually works very well. So
The Master's soap.
I just got to get it, you.
What about to the brushes?
Oh, to the brush. Oh, we're talking about brushes. Sorry, no, I just don't bother.
You've been getting tips off Joe again. Oh,
I've seen Joe's tip far too many times.
Joe's face.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
moving right along.
Yeah,
He's
next
gonna drive me
question.
back.
I think.
He's gonna drive me back to drinking.
So next question is from Jeff Light. Good evening, Dan and crew. A theoretical question in some respects, really. But if for any reason airbrushing suddenly became a complete no-no for you and the use of hairy sticks was the only option, which paint type and or range would you choose to use from currently available products?
Camatier sprays.
You cheat. Yeah. If I had to,
Probably
if I had to
model
hand
colour.
model color, probably some of the enamels that are still out there. Maybe not the home
Cameo
ones.
enamels I'd go for probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
But
Yeah.
there are some smaller companies, so even some of the extra color enamels were always very good to brush paint.
Yeah, that's a
So
good
lots of
question.
options.
Question, yeah, I'd probably look at model colour.
I don't even want to think about a world without airbrushes, to be honest.
No. It put us in a dark place, hasn't it? That.
I'm upset, Alan. Look, he looks really sad.
Could imagine that.
It's not real, Alan. It's not going to happen. Don't worry.
Can you imagine actually having an airbrush now, though?
Just imagine there were no hypothetical scenarios.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine brush painting a car. I just couldn't imagine. I can handle a rattle can, yeah, but no, I couldn't imagine brush painting.
I did. I did. I used to brush paint everything, and I'd done quite a few cars over the years brush
They
painted.
still look like they're brush painted there.
And but to be honest, that was the thing that kept me away from cars and bikes, was they were never good enough. So
Yeah,
until I got into airbrushing,
when I was, I don't know, 11, 12 years old, my dad was into restoring antique cars, and I always watched him spray everything. So a brush just didn't seem like it. But I'll tell you, I've melted a few models by going out in my dad's garage, grabbing his lacquer primer spray gun, right? Just go boop.
Oh boy.
But you see, again, that thing about the availability and the choice of kind of tools that are available. 20 years ago, airbrushes were extremely expensive, almost prohibitively so for most modelers.
Yep.
So a lot of people went down the route of, auto parts stores for rattle cans.
Yeah.
Which is where most car modelers ended up doing most of their work. So chassis and stuff might be, rattle canned or primer and then brush painted, but the bodies were always rattle canned.
Yeah, I've only broken into, since I started watching Paul 3 years ago. That's when I started doing airbrushing. Everything else was rattle can before that.
Yeah.
So, there's quite a few models in my showcase that are rattle can, but,
Yeah. Well, I've only been back to it like a couple of years, but like I say, I've came back straight with the airbrush and it's a steep learning curve, isn't it? You know, and I don't think you'll ever could have stopped.
Mhm.
But yeah, awesome.
So you look at somebody like Paul Windmill that just went right into airbrushing, and look at the job he's done. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
and it's definitely not because he didn't ask any questions. Boy, oh boy, does he ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
You know,
But-
and that's good. That's fantastic.
That's
He's
right.
getting it from all. He's getting it
At
from,
least
he's
he's
getting it
asked.
from all sides.
Self in a pickle.
Love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's brilliant.
It's all about sharing the knowledge, isn't it? You know, trying to guide.
Definitely.
Definitely.
And it's lucky, and like I spoke to him about it, it's lucky that he's got like the opportunity now, or everybody's got it if you want to join.
Yes.
You know, people that are doing certain things, you know, you can ask advice and it's there on hand.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, it's a really good thing, isn't it?
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's in joining the Hangouts. I mean, you can join the Hangout off more or less any mobile phone these days.
Yeah.
As long as you've got an internet connection, you can install the Zoom app and you can join the Hangouts.
Yeah.
You know,
It works.
it does work. I thoroughly recommend doing it, to be honest.
You definitely learn a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
oh, yeah,
We
you
learn a
do.
lot about people.
Yeah, they
Wow.
do.
Yeah, you learn a lot about people, eh, Paul?
Yeah. If you don't learn, at least you have a laugh.
Yeah. There you go.
What's happening when I leave?
Well, we have a cheer. If nothing
Yeah, we're
else.
talking about you here, not to you. Christ.
I can believe that.
Anyway, next question.
Wow.
I don't know. Did you collaborate this week, Paul, with Richie on his question?
Yes.
It's another Richie Waldron.
Yeah,
in-depth.
this was my question for you, but Richie stole it. So
So Richie's question is favorite paintbrush and size.
Ooh,
Winsor Newton Series 7, 0 would do me.
I can't read mine. No, it's triple. I think mine's it's an unbranded make. It's a cheap set I've got off. It's detail paintbrushes they're called, and it's a 5.0.
I like
But it's just an absolute brilliant brush. It's nice in the hand, and
I like this one. My Dalaroni Sable Round 4.0.
Good.
Really nice brush to use. That.
I don't know. I got these really cheap ones from Amazon.
Yeah.
They're called Golden Maple. But
Snap.
I like the 5.0.
yeah, I think they're the same ones as what I've got there.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Good brushes, aren't they? Cheap as
They
well.
are
They are
They're really
the
good
value
brushes.
for money. Yeah.
For $19 Canadian for a set of what, 10? All
Yeah,
different
something like that.
sizes.
Yeah.
I think they're fantastic.
I got sent a pack of, I don't know how many there was in there actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of the SMS paintbrushes. And to be honest, they've been really good. But my sort of go-to for detail is like Winsor & Newton Series 7, size 1.
Can't beat them. Yeah, 1's good. 0, 1's about the same.
Yeah.
What one's
Yeah.
this? And if you do get them, don't get the miniatures, get the normal ones. It's just a slightly longer brush, holds more paint, so it gives you a nicer even flow. I talk about these in one of my latest videos. These are my beaters. There's 2 or 3 of them up here, and they get treated terrible for the cost of those brushes because they're about 12 quid each.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I use every kind of paint with them, and they get cleaned with water, UMP airbrush cleaner, and Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. Dipped in, cleaned off, wiped on tissue, chucked back in there, misused. The last one of these I had, I've still got it, it's now been relegated to a weathering brush. Must be about 8 years old. I don't know if I can find it. What's happened is the years of lack of thinner have eaten away at the tip of the ferrule.
Yeah.
And eating it away. And you just keep going and going and going. And I got a box full of them here. and they go right down to like I think 4 or 5-0.
Yeah.
In there for I whipped one out today to paint something on the GTX. Forget what it was now. But I literally use that one for everything because it's such a fine point, it won't show. But for a zero brush,
Yeah.
it's mega fine, that point. You don't need anything finer than a 0, really.
No.
On a quality brush, the tip of that will equal anything like 5-0. But the best thing is they hold more paint on the brush. So as you're painting things, you get a smoother paint flow.
Yeah.
And in theory, it gives you a better finish. I don't know if it does or not. But I love the Series 7s. But other than that, the Tamiya HF brushes are fantastic as well.
Yeah, I like the HFs.
Yeah, I quite like these Army Painter.
Yeah.
See, I've had nothing but trouble with that type of paintbrush. The necks keep
Really?
snapping.
Ah.
I've had several of them snap on me over the years. Just like, oh, okay. It's a brush in the bin then. Cheers.
Yeah, I got one of those, the Psycho.
Yeah, I've got a set of them, so yeah, I've got the full set. But yeah, I quite like them.
Not bad.
Guano bowls.
Yeah, there's the Psycho.
Like the whole set.
Yeah.
Just tiny.
Teeny. Yeah.
I've got a couple of the small, the Tamiya Pro 2s. What are they? Yeah, Pro 2.
Yeah, I've had them before because they're the black handle ones or the white.
No, the whites.
So they're newer, those ones. I had the
The new ones,
original
yeah.
Pro ones, which came out years ago, and were like 14 to 20 quid a brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And compared to the ones you need, they were crap. Just
I
were.
mean, they're good, but they don't. The tips are that small. They don't hold a lot of paint.
Yeah.
So they're ideal for dashboards and switches and that sort of stuff because it is tiny enough, but it doesn't hold a lot of paint. But
I would recommend to anyone.
You won't even see the tip on there. It's that tiny.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
I recommend to anyone using brushes, just try a expensive brush and see what you think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use anything less. I'm a bit snobby like that. I just like the way they paint. They paint really well. You get good control. They don't fray. And I abuse some of mine, and they still keep going.
Well, I've got a full set of Winsor & Newton number 7s there, which I say they're coming on 50-plus-year-old now because they were my dad's brushes.
Yeah.
That he used when he used to,
Yeah.
obviously mainly on enamels and stuff. He used to paint with those and oils and things, and they're still good brushes today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Quality brushes. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so we have Yep. Okay, so we have one last question, which was from in the chat earlier from Blade4127. It says, has anyone used or have a Harder & Steenbeck Evolution Silverline? If so, how is it?
Well, I use Harder & Steenbeck for years, probably 5 years. I think I used them. I've owned every one they've ever typed of made. I think the Evolution, the Ultra, the Evolution AL, the Infinity, the Grapho. Don't think they make any others. And I had them using them for years. They're good brushes. They're very well made, really high quality. They're very pretty to look at. I think the needle nozzles are the weak point on the brushes because even with their supposed newer, stronger V2s, I think they call them, I hear they're still easily damaged, and they're very finicky on paint, in my experience. They only seem to like thin paints, like lacquers, things like that. I had nothing but trouble with mine. It was either the paint needle nozzle just getting clogged up with different paints, and you'd have to strip it down every 5 minutes to clean it, or using things like Vallejo Model Air, which is why I hate Vallejo Model Air. You get the latex paint bunging up the nozzle, and it's just forever replacing needles and nozzles. So in comparison, I moved over to Iwata, owned Iwatas for 3 years, never replaced a single needle or nozzle in any of them, and I had about 6 Iwatas at one point, whereas back in the day when I had my Harders, I think I owned 4 at one point. I must have gone through a dozen of them all the time because it just bends so easy. So they're good brushes, and I know a lot of people get on with them fine. Some people really struggle. It's one of those matters of opinion. I personally think the Iwatas are the better brushes, but the Iwatas cost more money. But I'm going on my own personal experience from using them regularly, owning them all. I've got reviews of them all on the channel. And I've literally just bought my first airbrush since we've had the Apex out in 4 years, and I went straight for an Iwata HPC Plus, and it is fault up there, Roland, because he bought one. My mind ticking. I was like, I've got to get one again. And, I would personally never own a little harder Steenbeck myself, but they're a good brush, and if you get on with it, you'll be fine. But you will end up replacing the needle nozzles 100%. You will damage it. Even with the gentlest of use, that needle nozzle will slowly widen. But it's personal opinion at the end of the day. Same with everything. It's like saying what's the best paint.
I think I've had my Evolution for 3.5 years. I've not changed needles or nozzles.
Yeah, it's personal experience at the end of the day. But yeah.
I will say, in terms of how it feels to use it, out of the airbrushes I've used, that there is nothing that feels as comfortable.
They're a nice chunky brush to hold. Yeah.
The engineering of it and just the feel of the action on it is just spot on. Certainly on the Evolution.
They are very well made.
It is true.
But saying that, I've never owned a high-end Iwata airbrush.
The Iwatas are not as comfortable. I can notice that changing from the Apex to the Iwata. It's thinner. There's not as much. I can feel a little bit of ache in my hand. I get used to it now. For me, the selling point for the Iwatas is they atomize the paint better than all the other airbrushes I've used. And they generally do. And Alan, you just bought an Iwata, and even you commented how efficient they are on paint. Yeah. And it's because they atomize the paint better.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say I'm using maybe 2/3 of the paint I'd normally use to paint the same part, because I say, like you say, it is atomizing the paint, keeping it tighter.
It's a finer pattern.
So you're wasting less paint. It's and that in itself will pay for itself ultimately.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time, but ultimately it will pay for itself.
For your brush, absolutely.
The only downside to the Iwatas, all bar the Eclipse, is the needle nozzles are, if you drop it on the floor, you might have a bit of trouble finding it because they're so small.
Oh, see, it's one of the tiny ones like they have on the Neos.
They are minute.
It's like the small ones, like on the Spark.
Never take mine off.
Yeah, but you don't need to take them off. You very rarely do it. I think I did it the day because I accidentally put metallic paint through the 2K one. Like an idiot. First time I used it, I got the I can't remember it now. Put the wrong paint through the wrong airbrush, so I just took the needle out to make sure it was clean for 2K. But it's a subjective thing. Some people are gonna like 20 quid airbrushes. Some people are gonna like 400 quid custom microns. Some people are gonna like Apexes. It's a subjective thing.
The thing is, I mean, even a cheap airbrush, a £20 airbrush, it's going to be more efficient to use one of those than it is to use a rattle can.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%. It's going to give you a much better finish than using a brush.
Yeah, because you take a rattle can. I can paint 3 car models out of one rattle can, whereas with an airbrush, if I decant it, or you paint 1 car with that rattle can, maybe 1.5 cans.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely you save a lot of money by using an airbrush for paint.
So where the cheap airbrushes will let you down, and they will let you down, is the threads will wear much quicker. The materials are not as good in them.
There's a massive variance in the tolerance of manufacture.
The quality control is a little lower as well, and like if you look at the inside of like the only other airbrush that I use, like an Apex, if you look down in the paint cup, you'll see that it's nicely machined. It's got a nice smooth finish. But the Chinese like airbrush that I had, if you look down in the paint cup of that, you could see around the bottom where the tool probably had a hard time getting in, that there's ridges and there's just places for paint to build up. and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So his surface finish is quite. The
Yeah,
ones I've
and-
used, the Chinese cheaper ones, it is very. Even the Iwata Neos are quite a good surface finish. They are cheaper. They're cheaper made, but they're better surface finish than the really cheap Chinese ones. But then they're made to a price. That there's a reason they come.
100%. They're not going to spend all that time. And like, if you think about that, what you can see in the bottom of the paint cup, they, you know, if they're not going through all the effort to get a perfect finish there, they're not going to be doing the same inside, like the air channels and the paint channels on the inside. So it's just easy. I suppose there's more places and stuff for clogs to have, but you can use it.
And one thing we're all missing. I mean, you can have the best airbrush in the world, whether it be an Iwata or a hardened steam back or whatever. If you haven't got a compressor that's going to run it, then the airbrush is not going to perform.
They're also not magic wands as well. It won't immediately make you a good painter. Just because you got an airbrush, I've had people, and somebody, if Dan Scatco was here, remember this. Somebody went from a cheap airbrush to a harder, and was kind of bemused as to why they still couldn't paint well. And I was like, well, it's an airbrush. It's not a magic wand. It's not going to make you immediately a better painter. I said it's just a better quality tool.
Yeah, it does.
It's like buying learn to drive in a Skoda, and then you go and buy yourself a McLaren. Not going to make you a good driver, is it? It'll make the process easier to learn, probably, along the way, going from a crap car to quality car. But it's not going to improve your skills straight away, is it? So
yeah, but it'll give you the tools to improve your.
I think it's better to start with a quality tool. And that's my argument with the cheaper airbrushes. Is you want as least with a newbie to the hobby, you want as least frustration as possible.
Well, buy once, don't you, as well?
Yeah. So get rid of the variables that cause those issues, like any paints that might cause an issue, glues, equipment, and just stick with quality stuff. But again, it's subjective, isn't it? Some people are going to love harders, some are going to love Iwatas. And the arguments I've had before with people in here, and I've explained, is people ask this question online, and they'll get people going, oh, harder and Steenbeck are the best. And that's fine to have an opinion. Somebody come along and go, no, I prefer Iwata. Same person come along and goes, no, the harders are definitely better. And somebody go, well, have you had an Iwata? And they'll be like, no.
How do you know?
How do you know it's better than if you've never had one? You don't. So, yeah, it's a subjective thing, and you're never going to agree with everybody. But all I'll say is I used them for, it must have been 4 or 5 years I had all my harders. As soon as I got my hands on Iwata, I sold them all. I went to Iwata, and I'll never have a hard steam back again. They're too finicky. Just too finicky for me. Too much of a pain in the arse to clean. My opinion on them. Yep.
There we go. That's all the questions.
Cool.
Sure.
Is the serviceability of a medium to higher end airbrush? What?
Yeah, it's. I think what Steve's saying, medium to higher end airbrush, you can get the parts from, you can service them. Whereas some of the cheaper Chinese ones, it's maybe a little difficult to get parts because they tend to change.
Yeah, but your cheaper Chinese ones, like I had one that was $80. You use it for a year, throw it out. Like
don't service it. Just
to try to service it or replace that or buy a part for that probably costs you as much as the airbrush. So just get rid of it.
Well, you could spend 3 times that amount, get yourself an Iwata, and it'll probably outlive you.
Probably.
Be back.
And may not ever need servicing.
Might not ever
understand.
I ran Iwatas for 3 years, and I'm a prolific modeler. I think we're all going to agree with that one. I do a lot of airbrushing every day, all the time. I don't ever remember buying a spare part for my Iwatas, and I had a Revolution, an Eclipse, I had 2 HPCHs, the custom Micron CMC, I had an RG3. There was another one, and I forget which one it was now. Can't remember now what it was. And they were all regularly used, day in, day out. I cannot ever remember buying a spare part for any of them. No needles, no nozzles, never replaced them. The only one I ever had to replace a nozzle on was my Neo that I got and literally went to review it just before I filmed. And if you go watch the review's still on ISM. Just before I reviewed it, I took the nozzle off to clean it, put it back on and snapped it off. I couldn't review the airbrush properly. That's the only one I've ever bought a part for. I honestly, hand on heart, cannot remember buying it for 2 years, 3 years worth of use on the iWatters. The harders, and I know how many I've had, and you'll know if you own one of them, because the nozzles come in that, Dan. You'll know that part.
Yeah.
I've got about a dozen of them knocking around in a whole parting, so I know I've had like 12 nozzles over the years, and they're not cheap either. They're not cheap.
No.
So, yep. I go on experience. I go on what works for me with the least fuss and hassle, and what makes my modelling more enjoyable. So I want airbrushes that are easy to clean, which the Apex, if you go on Apex, most of us have, it's unbelievably easy to clean. And that Iwatter, and Alan and Roland might agree, I don't know, that Iwatter's not much harder to clean than an Apex, in all honesty.
No, it's not. No, it's a little bit more difficult, but not much.
Not noticeable. Whereas with the harders, I had to take the bloody thing apart most of the time and clean all the nozzle out. It was just ridiculous. They drove me nuts. The hard Steenbecks. They're beautiful airbrushes, but they're definitely more suited for painting lacquers and inks. And I think that's even recommended on them as well. Yep. But Iwatter owns harder than Steenbeck now, so they've got the best of both worlds.
For some time.
Sounds there. Neil is saying, which Iwatter did you recommend?
Personally, HPC Plus is where I go for.
I'll underline that.
Yeah, phenomenal. About 180 quid in the UK. Super high quality. There's a review on the channel. I don't think it's a C. I think I might have done the C plus and the B plus, which is the 2mm shorter click-up one.
Yes, I watched that review.
Yeah, I think I reviewed those two side by side, and then my main one I used was the HPCH, which is the same as a C plus but with a Mac valve. But I would go for, you don't need a Mac valve. I think, and again, controversially, other people might not think, I think Mac valves are overrated and needle stops are overrated as well for the back of the airbrush. Never used them. The Mac valves are not reducing the pressure, they're just strangling the flow. So if you want to reduce your pressure, turn down the compressor. And the needle stops work great until you get a bit of needle tip drying. So if you're not using lacquers, you're going to have to blow the airbrush through every now and then to clear the blockage. And to do that, you've got to turn the needle stop off, which on the iWatch...
That's where the harder and Steenbeck needle stop is brilliant, because it pops in and out.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Harder and Steenbeck's got it there because you set it and you click it on and then click it back off and back onto the same position. The iWatches, you've got to manually set it again like a screw. That's where Harder's got it there because it's a quick reset. And the pinch tips on the Infinity as well.
That's brilliant.
Unless you damage your needle cleaning your tip, which I might have done myself.
Yeah.
I remember. Sorry, go on, Rich.
They're 189 on Amazon.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I remember buying for my Infinity a brand new needle nozzle set, and I literally put it in, tightened it up, went to put the airbrush in the airbrush holder, hit the needle directly on the airbrush holder and bent it, and I was like, seriously? The Apex, I've had go right through my finger into my bone, pulled it back out, and it's still been straight as a die. I dropped them on the floor and everything. Andrew says he's never regretted spending the money on the iWater. Each to their own. Yes, Simon, exactly, mate. It is. It's what it is. It's each to their own. I go on my own personal experience. I do. And that's it. I go on what works and what makes my modelling life easier. So, yeah, whatever makes it easier.
She's asking a question that says, what is a good compressor to use? Preferably one that doesn't make a lot of noise. Well, you wouldn't want the one I've got then, David, because that's a 97 decibel one when that fucks.
Yeah, he wouldn't want mine either, because mine shakes the whole house.
I don't want mine either, but boy, it works. It works like a...
It depends on your budget, David. Depends on your budget. If you're looking for cheap on the AS186, the Chinese ones are all right. Again, they all vary in quality because the quality control's not great. Some will be all right. Mine leaked all the time, and I got about 2 years out of it till it started to sound like a Model A Ford. And smoke, it literally started to smoke. It got that bloody hot.
Yeah.
What are you using now, Paul? You're using the
SparMax 610 is what I'd recommend.
Yeah.
They're not cheap, but again, that thing gets battered all day, every day, and just goes.
I think one of the key things is whatever compressor you do get, you want something that's got a receiver on their tank.
Yeah, it needs a cylinder on it, definitely.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. If you get a compressor with no tank cylinder, technically,
Yeah,
you're going to end up with
Water.
possible issues of condensation on the line.
yeah.
Because it's constantly running, creates a lot of heat. I'm not saying it will, but it's happened to me. There's nothing more frustrating than spitting watery paint all over your model.
God, no.
The silent compressors, I had a Bambi for years. They're all right. To be honest, once a spray boost on, that thing's noisier than anything.
Yeah.
I can barely hear. I can barely hear or feel my compressor going when it's on. The booth makes more noise than anything. So, yeah, I don't tend to worry about that. The 610s aren't that noisy. Yeah. Anyone else? Compressors?
Yeah, as I said, I have a normal hobby compressor. So at the beginning, when I got it, every time it started, I jumped off my seat. But I'm getting used to it.
Same here. I don't even notice it now myself.
I use a Porter and Gable little pancake. Goes up to 150 psi, but I can regulate it down to 5 psi. So
Yeah.
it works perfect for me. And if I need to take it out in the driveway to work on the car, I can drag it out there. So
Craig saying which iWater is on par with the Apex as in cost and usage. There is no iWater the same cost as the Apex, and I'd steer clear of the Neo personally. The Neo was a good airbrush when it first came out was 40 quid.
Yeah.
For 40 quid was a good airbrush, damn good airbrush. Then
I've got a Neo and love it.
Yeah, they're all right. When they were 40 quid, they were okay. The needle nozzles, the weak point on it, they snap off unbelievably easy. For some reason, iWater in their infinite wisdom decided to double the price of them to 80 quid. And for that price, you're up at Apex territory, and the Apex will wipe the floor with a Neo, in my opinion, for longevity. The Neo is not an iWater. It's made for iWater by a Chinese company. So you take your chance with that one. The closest one, I just bought one. I got the Revolution CR3. So they're about 110, 115 quid. And that's now my 2K brush. And you'll see me using that in the Aston video. So the Revolutions were always 0.5. And they've literally just made them 0.3. So I got one to try. It's lovely. It's not as nice as HPC Plus.
No.
But it's nearly half the cost. Well, not half. It's a third of the cost less.
Are needles interchangeable?
On some of them, yes. Not all of them, but some of them they are. Yeah, that's where Hard has got it because all their needles and nozzles are interchangeable through the range. So that's one advantage Hard Steenbeck's got. But the spares are easily available for iWaters. But about 115 quid. You can get the Eclipse, but the Eclipse has gone up a lot now. The Eclipse used to be about 100 quid. I think they're about 130 quid. But the Eclipse is the only iWater I've had I wasn't keen on. I just didn't like the feel of it. And it's the only iWater that has a floating needle nozzle like the Harder Steenbecks and the Apex. And I just couldn't get along with it. I just didn't like it at all. Just something about it I didn't like. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Eclipse, but I believe the Eclipse is their top selling airbrush.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long the Apex will be, Craig. I think it's going to be quite some time, that mate.
You'll say you can't bet a good old Apex, can you?
David Toops is asking, are the Mr. Hobby Procon airbrushes any good?
They're all right, yeah. There's rumours that apparently it's been confirmed, I don't know, that they are made in the same factory as iWater. They're definitely not the same quality as iWater. They're a step behind, and I've owned them. I've had the PS290. I've had two others. I can't remember what they were now. And they're good airbrushes. They feel a little bit more agricultural than an iWater, just a little bit. So they're very similar quality. They are considerably cheaper than an iWater, but they're not the same. They're definitely not the same. People say they're the same. They're not. They're not the same quality. And personally, I'd rather put the money towards more and get an iWater. Personally, and I've owned some of the Krios ones. I've had their custom micron equivalent, the PS290, which is their trigger action, quite tall color cut one, and I had the normal one. I can't remember the PS number of that one, which is like their Eclipse comparison one. I've owned that many airbrushes over the years. I must have had 24 airbrushes over the years, easily, if not more, different ones. They're good though. They do work. I just think they feel a bit clunky compared to iWater. The iWater just oozes quality. But they're a good airbrush though. At the end of the day, like I said, Aztecs. Oh god, they're horrible. Those things.
I've had a couple of those. They're interesting airbrush, let's say.
Yeah, you either like them or don't with those things. It's a good idea. The interchangeable paint cup. That is a very good idea. But yeah.
Just an absolute pain to clean.
Yeah. I got the iWatch HPCS and the trigger's better than the PS270. It must be the PS270 I had. Yeah. It just feels a little bit more agricultural. Have you ever used a trigger type? Yes, I had the PS290 from Mr. Hobby. I had an RG3, which is their mini paint gun from iWater. And I had another iWater one as well. I can't remember what it bloody was now. It was a trigger one. I'm not a fan of the trigger ones. They're a pain in the arse to clean. Yeah, no, they're a pain to strip down and clean. I'll tell you one airbrush I did have that was great, and I forget what they're called now. I'd have to go and look. iWater does this little mini stubby airbrushes. They do two of them, and they're single action brushes, and they were brilliant for metallics. I don't know why. I just found they painted metallics great. I can't think what they're called now.
There's an iWater B, Mini B.
No, I'll tell you now. Give me a sec. There's a review on the channel somewhere back in the day, years ago.
Carlos?
Huh?
Carlos?
Maybe.
I say Hugh's saying there the Harris 4-inch professional. Yeah, we did a good job of that hunter with that, Hugh. That's fair enough.
We're going to see what that airbrush was.
Yeah, Andy Callis. Aztecs are great to throw out the window.
They come in a nice wooden box.
Yeah, they have the place around. I mean, with inks and stuff, they're pretty good. I say, and the quick interchangeable nozzles tips will be very useful.
I got one of those.
So I've had a couple. That's what I started off with, a couple of Aztecs there.
Yeah, there you go. iWater Revolution HP M1 and a HP M2. One's got a bigger colour cup than the other. Can you see that there?
Yeah.
Great little airbrushes. Absolutely brilliant they were. I love that. I had one of those. Single action. I used it for metallics. Dead easy to clean. And it just put metallics down. Brilliant. Really well. And really comfortable airbrush to use as well because it fits in your hand perfectly. Good little brush there. But like I say, it's subjective, isn't it? It all is. Some people are going to prefer one to the other. Try them, innit? But they're expensive things to try and find out you don't like them. Aren't they? That's the thing. So, yep.
Yep. Not. I'm happy with my Apex at the moment. My Apex is.
What are your thoughts on the iWater, Alan, so far?
Honestly, I'm considering buying another one, Paul. I'm considering buying another HPC Plus again.
Yeah.
To use for metallics, purely because of the efficiency. The paints, they use so, there's such small amounts of paint for spraying the same amount as you would You know, and unfortunately, I've got to compare it to the Apex because that's the only other popular airbrushes I've used.
I've still got my Apex.
Yeah,
still got them there. Use it for metallics, and it works beautiful.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to go away from my Apex with a 0.2 for clear, and I'm quite happy with that. You know, that just you know, like I say, from my clear coats, it works. And
I'll have a watch that Aston video.
Yeah, I'll have a butcher's at that and see.
And just look at the second coat on it.
Yeah.
Just have a look at that. I'm not going to diss my own airbrush because I've used it for 4 years, and as I said recently, I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for going back to the iWatters. And as I said in the video, why did I go back?
Why not?
Because I wanted to. It's his fault, Roland. I've been thinking about it for over a year, thinking I really missed the iWatter. It was a great airbrush, but I kept thinking I don't need it. Don't need it. Well, he bought one, and I was like, oh, I want one now. And
I'll take it on me.
Yeah, and I just wanted one. Missed it. It was always my favourite airbrush. I've always recommended that brush if people asked, you know, if they're going to get a high-end airbrush, because the Apex isn't a high-end airbrush. It is a all-round. It is a budget airbrush at 90 quid. It is. It's the low-end price range, but it'll do just as good a job as higher-end airbrushes for half the price.
Yeah.
But I just fancied having it, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoy using it. It's a nice airbrush, and it's just another tool, isn't it? Like paintbrushes, I use cheap Tamiya brushes and expensive Winsor Newton. So to do a better job than each other, that's up to you, isn't it? If you warrant the cost. So yeah, I'm running that. I watch HVC Plus for my general painting of everything, so car bodies, you know, chassis and all that crap.
So tell me something then, Paul. When you're doing a car body,
Yeah.
so for example, that Aston you just sprayed, that's a metallic paint. So would you then put a solid paint through that airbrush after doing a different body car?
So are you asking would I put metallic paint through that HPC Plus?
Yeah.
And put solid through after cleaning it?
After cleaning it, yeah.
Yeah, I've done that for years with the Apex. I never use I is that what you mean? Because I've got separate airbrushes for metallics.
Like I have a brush for, as probably yourself, for solid colours, and I have a brush for metallics. So if I'm doing a car body and it's a metallic car body and a metallic,
you'll use the metallic one.
I'll use my metallic brush.
I don't.
I've got one airbrush.
Yeah. So my metallic airbrush is for metal color paints.
Yeah.
That's how I
like
go for
workhorse, silver, golds, aluminiums type. Yeah.
So any body colors, I just use the color airbrush. I don't differentiate like that. Never have. The main reason I originally started using multiple airbrushes was because back in the day, before I went nearly completely lacquer, putting through, say, a Vallejo paint, then Tamiya alcohol paint, and then a lacquer, it does not clog those airbrushes up really bad because those paints don't like each other.
No.
And that's the main reason I did it. I would never, ever have one airbrush for clears. Just, you know, for everything. I would always have to have a separate airbrush for clears.
Yeah.
I'm not risking colour or metallic flame contamination in a clear because I've had it happen. I would never risk it. And I think 3 right now for me is the magic number of airbrushes to have. I've still got 5. I've got like 3 Apexes and the 2 iWatters. But I've only got 1 Apex in use and the 2 iWatters. So the HPC HB general brush, my 0.2, and it's a 0.2. I run in my Apex for the metallics because I like the finer control for the metallics.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a 0.3 for the 2K for the Revolution. Now, the way iWatter does it is those brushes are ranged for different uses. It's on the back of the box if you look.
Yeah.
And they're leveled for fine control, medium, heavy, and away it goes. And you'll find the place. So you'll have exact same needle nozzle size, but that brush, like the HPC Plus, is for fine work, medium work. The Revolution with the same needle is for heavier work. So that's why I pick that for 2K, knowing that it's going to be probably constantly on a wider fan pattern and being used. and you can see the difference in the pattern when you're spraying it. It is noticeable. So, yeah, if you want to see it, watch that Aston video, and you'll see the clear coat going down. It's quite interesting now. I think about the second coat, I can see the difference in the 2K going down already. Because it catches me out at first. I'm not putting enough down. I'm not pulling the trigger back enough. And I think the next time I come to use it, I'll do a much better job of doing it.
Back in a minute, folks.
Right, mate. Like I say, it's all subjective, isn't it? What Dan likes, Joe likes, Jamie's got one. You've got more than one airbrush.
I've got more than one airbrush,
Yeah,
but I only use one. I only ever use one. I don't know.
Fair
Only
enough.
ever use one at a time.
Yeah.
I try and get them all to go at once.
It's stereo.
Have you seen that double airbrush that Harder does?
No.
No.
Have you not seen that?
Got a
Seriously,
brand
we
new-
got no. It's awesome. It's two evolutions stuck together. They share an air supply. So it's basically two airbrushes, but the air valve goes into one. So you can switch between different paints without changing airbrush.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's on
If
their
you're
site.
if you're doing graphic work, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
So quite cool.
Mm.
My God, was that 2014 I reviewed that compressor? Jesus Christ.
I only have one airbrush that I use. I use it for clear coat, color, metallics, everything.
So I
Works
got
for you, mate. Works for you.
But I use all lacquers too, so I only put lacquer through it. It makes it real easy to clean it out.
Yeah, that's one thing I was very reluctant over the years to completely change to, was go fully lacquer. And I said, nah. Because we've gone complete circle over the years. First it was, enamel, it was water-based and lacquer, and now we're back to enamel and bloody lacquer again.
Yeah.
Water-based paints could just be a pain in the arse sometimes. They just can. And I think I'm
still wanting to try some of the new automotive water-based paints, Paul.
I've got 10 bottles of water-based paint there now. That's all I have. And I only use 3 of them regularly. 2 of them regularly, sorry. Out of the hundreds I have in here. So I think lacquer's a game changer.
Yeah, but,
It is.
but look, if you're looking at modern car painting, it's all done with water-based paints now, isn't it? All the modern painting.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting, as I think I've said before, it'd be interesting to try some of the modern automotive water-based.
Yeah.
To see how they do work and fare.
Base coat, clear coat.
It's just
Darryl, do you mean the liquid, the Mr. Hobby Tool Cleaner? Waste your money, mate. Just buy lacquer thinner.
Yeah.
Nothing that 5 litres of cheap cellulose thinner won't clean for 12 quid.
Mm-hmm.
Other than water-based paint sometimes. That's where you need UMP cleaning them.
Good old UMP cleaner.
Yeah.
That's what I've got in here. My vape blood.
Still use it regularly to clean the bench. Clean the fish tank window. Monitors. Everything. Universal cleaner. Pour some of that into a bottle of Windowline and watch that clean your windows. It's great. But yeah, I won't waste your money on a tool cleaner. Just buy lacquer thinner. Get 12 litres on eBay for like 14 quid delivered. It's even cheaper if you go and pick her up from somewhere. Dirt cheap. Badger make the Apex, don't forget. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see that up there. Chat. Andy's Aztec one in the bin. CV Model Works and he's Neo.
I think I need to refurbish my 2 Neos. I could do with a good clean. I've not used them in ages. I might try them again.
They do work. I own one for ages. That was the other one I had. I was trying to think of the other what I had. It's the Neo. I had one for ages.
I got 2 of them. I got 2 of them for free years ago.
Yeah.
Served me well for ages. They were the first airbrushes I really used. And then my wife bought me the Infinity, which is still like my pride and joy of airbrushes.
Beautiful looking airbrush, really are.
Mm.
Very nice. Is your gold worn off the middle ring yet?
No, it's all good.
Yep. It's not getting
Yep.
used for nothing.
Yeah.
Every one of my airbrushes has just got battered over the years. They've all worn away. So all that beautiful gold on the center barrel, all gone, all worn away from my hands. Constantly cleaning it and everything. Yeah, they never stay pretty for long. But they're there to be used, aren't they?
Yeah.
Simon just bought an iWatt High Performance HPC Plus. Nice. Good stuff. Why'd you make the Apex? Yep. Apex is solid work. You can't beat it. For the money, you can't beat the Apex. Full stop.
Yeah.
For 90 quid, no. Nothing out there. The only competition you've got really for decent airbrushes is the Ultra, which is alright, but again, it's finicky on paint. I hate the way the colour cup comes out the top. It's a stupid design. And the Neo. So, yeah, you can't beat the Apex.
I use the Ultra, it's fine. I use it for metallics and it works well.
Yeah, it worked well for me. It's just twice I had the bloody colour cup pop out and still paint everywhere. And I was like, again, I'm going back to my thing before about I use things that are reliable and make life easier, not things that spill paint all down my leg and arm.
But push fit, that seems ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Silly idea. Silly idea. Yeah. I'm getting the sense these lads want to go.
Lads.
Still not as chatty as they were before. We've only got another round now. We'll be done.
No, I was looking for spares for the Neo because I think I might get some new needles and nozzles for them.
You'll definitely need. I'd definitely replace the nozzles. 100%.
Oh yeah, they are there.
They're only quite cheap.
I'll clean them up. I'll clean them up first and test them, see how they perform. But I think I even have a couple of suction feed iWattas there as well.
What you could do, Dan, is move them on, sell them, and buy yourself a HPC Plus.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see a long-term harder Steenbeck user gets a HPC Plus. I'd be really interested to see your opinion on that. Nothing beats real-world comparison when you've owned it over hearsay and conjecture, which a lot of people do.
Yeah. I think if I got no water, I'd have to get something with like a 0.2 or something comparable to the 0.15.
What you should do is give Al another couple of months using that iWatta, then he sends you his HTC Plus and you send him your Infinity. And I know what'll happen. I reckon your harder Steenbeck will drive him nuts and you'll love the iWatta. And I'd almost be prepared to put money on that.
And Dan will be like, what iWatta?
Yeah.
Yeah, never right.
Has anybody in the chat been like a long-term user of a different airbrush and then bought an iWatta? Like, has anyone had harders and then bought an iWatta and noticed what I mean, the difference in them? Just be interested to see because, you know, it's all well and good me having my opinion. But I'm interested here. I would love for... How long have you had that Infinity, Dan?
3 and a bit years, I think.
You've had quite a bit of use of it. I'd be really interested to see your opinion on HPC Plus. Definitely.
Yeah, and to be honest, for the best part of a year or so, it was probably the only airbrush I used.
I'd send you mine, but I don't want
to. So I've even primed with UMP primer with the 0.4 in it.
Yeah, it should be all right.
Fine. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely hard work with some of the acrylics with 0.15. You do have to watch your thinning, and you do need to watch your tip drying. But if you're on top of that, it does work.
2 main faults on the harders for me. Tip dry was a pain in the arse, but that's probably more down to the paint.
Yeah.
If you're using lacquers, you're going to get a lot less tip dry.
Yeah.
For some reason, I kept getting paint bleed through the needle nozzle at the back of the airbrush. Even with the and iWatta harder tried to rectify the issue by changing the single seal to a triple.
Your triple seal, yeah.
which they did on all the later ones, and I still had issues of paint going through backwards into the back end of the airbrush.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
It was a pain as well. Yeah,
But
Jamie.
that is it's
Yeah.
the one area I think cleaning wise with the harder is not brilliant cleaning.
Jamie's sick of reading about airbrushes now. What was that, Dan?
Cleaning that part of the airbrush from the color cut backwards. That's the one bit I don't like on the harder.
Same. Oh no, the airbrush is a pain in the ass.
It is, but I find the harder one is more problematic. But interestingly, I did get some MRP lacquers for an aircraft kit I've got, so I will be using the 0.15 with them. See how I get on.
Okay, we've got a bit of opinion. If any of you boys need to go, just go. Don't hang around for me.
All right, I'm going. Guys,
see you,
thanks
Roland.
very much.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to. Well,
See you,
guys.
Jamie. Take care, mate.
Yeah. All right.
Likewise.
See you, Jamie. See you rolling.
So, Pache for life has set Apex for lacquers. Fair enough. Can't get Pache over here. I know Joe got one, didn't you?
Yeah, I got the Pache Talon. I like it.
Who's only have an Apex, first and probably last. Never say never. Yeah. Steve's got a harder Steenbeck Infinity. Not been used in years. Probably needs your needle and nozzle. Yeah. Andrew says, catching a hangout over the weekend. See you, mate. Paul Dealer says, used Badger Airbrush for decades. Still own two, but my Auto HPC Plus has become my daily driver. Even Pache for lacquers here at work. They buy them for me. Oh, nice. George saying, I used iWaters for years, but I got tired of them clogging. Oh. What paint were you using, though, George? And cleaning was a pain. Acts like the Badgers now. Okay. So, what paint was that with, George? I'm going to guess it was water-based. Colin Gorton said, got a harder Steenbeck Al Plus. Yeah, I had one of those. Nightmare to clean. Well, it's the same as an Evolution, it's just a different material. Got Mr. Hobby Custom 0.18, which is an iWater Custom Micron for less money. Yeah, it is, but it's not. I've had one. It's not HP. It's not HM. It's not as good a quality as an iWater Custom Micron. And I've owned both. I've had them side by side. But they were alright for the money. Procon, Apex, Bar Chop, crap, and now iWater. Interested to see what you think of the iWater, mate. And Steve saying, Dan Croak, would you like my harder and Steenbeck? Send it to Alan. Just temporarily. So we can see what Alan thinks for harder and Steenbeck.
Not bad,
he could pick it up from you.
Yeah, down the road, Steve, aren't you, as well?
Yeah. I'd just be interested to see, because they're completely different airbrushes. Apex, iWater, and the harders are totally different animals.
I'd like to try them, you know, try Iwatas as well, just because, like, well, I've only ever really used the Chinese ones and Apex, you know. It'd be nice to just get a feel, like, you know, to see what's out there, kind of thing.
It was Tammy with MLT. How the hell are they clogging? I'm blaming you, George. You must have been cleaning the airbrush properly, mate. And Matt says he's looking forward to getting Apex at some point. So anyway, yeah, seriously though, Steve's saying, Dan, would you like his harder and Steenbeck?
I have no money, so if it's free, yes. Which one is it?
Infinity?
Oh, he said Infinity, was it?
Not been using his, needs a new needle and nozzle probably.
Send me a message.
Yeah, drop him a message. Let him know.
Yeah.
So he probably needs a full service, not been used in years, but whoever wants it. Well, you have to sit down first. So.
Yeah.
I'll just take it.
Send me a message and we'll chat. Yeah, see, looking at this Neo, that looks in pretty good condition, actually.
A lacquer thinner through it, it'll be fine then.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with lacquer in them. I can't remember now. Isn't there a rubber O-ring on some internal part? I can't remember now on the Neo. There is. But that's a harder steam back. Might not need anything. Might need a needle seal set, which are not dear. And more than likely the needle nozzle are damaged. They tend to be.
That looks good.
See you, Daryl. Take care, mate. Brian says, not from me, Luke. Haven't sent stuff to Luke, have you? No one's mentioned this before. Dominic's got the Ultra and Infinity. Cool. Daryl's off. Go guys, I'm off. Good show and some good chat. Thanks, mate. Probably was 10 to 11.
Yeah.
Paul, send me Dan's address and I'll post it out. No. Dan, I'm his bloody secretary. No. 3 ospreys just flew over my house. Scotland Biden's visit to LA. Very cool. Nice. We got a few birds of prey around here as well.
Yeah.
You all just look like you sat there waiting for me to go, right, that's us done tonight.
I was just about to say I'm going to shoot off. I'm absolutely knackered.
Your stamina this lovely.
I've heard of guys sharpening needles for airbrushes.
Yeah.
Like exactly.
Polish them, don't they?
Yeah.
The needles.
But wouldn't that change the size of your needles and everything?
Eventually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Depends how much you polish it. Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually.
You get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a tolerance on them because.
Yeah.
You know, they're not machined necessarily together, so that the nozzle and the needle have some amount of tolerance, but because it's a taper, it should always seat.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you polish it, you will affect how it seats properly. So.
Yeah. As long as it's the right angle and everything.
Yeah. I mean, there is tools out there to even straighten kind of bent tips and stuff, which apparently do work quite well. But I've not suffered from a bent tip. So.
Neither have I. I've not bent my tip.
To be honest,
it never straightens again if you do that.
Yeah. If I did, I'd probably just buy a new needle anyway. So.
Just don't run too fast into walls. You'd be sound. Right. I'm gonna skedaddle, guys. I should hopefully catch you at some point tomorrow.
No worries.
Right way.
Good night, lads.
Night, Luke.
Yeah.
Take care.
Okay, Luke. Good night.
See you later.
Nighty.
And there was 5.
And then this is one Chinese one I had from a few years ago as well, which I can't remember what's in that.
Got more bloody airbrushes than me.
1, 2, 3. 8 plus 2 suction feed I has somewhere in a cupboard. And then I think I have my wife's old one as well, which she used for makeup work. And
I wouldn't even like to think how many I've owned over the years. I started off with on those plastic Revel ones, you know, the glass bottle.
Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah.
Helen thing, and then Hannah bought me a Badger 200 bottom feed. And then I jumped from that to a harder Steenbeck Evolution. I had one of the Revel Pro ones they did that were made by Badger for them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then I had a couple of Evolutions, Grapho, Infinities, 2 Infinities, the AL, then probably a good 8 or 9 Iwaters. I bet I've owned over 20 different airbrushes over the years. I think loads of them. Anyway, I think that'll do. It's 10 to 11. We talk crap for hours. Everyone looks really bored. And you're all dropping like flies, and there's only 57 of you watching. Makeup work. Why was she late?
It's been a good show.
Yeah, all right.
No, it's been a good show.
Ranting about airbrushes. It can't be that. Oh, it's just in time to say
doing-
hi. Hey there, Ian. What was that, sorry?
Hit rewind very quickly.
Yeah. Anyway, that's us tonight. Thanks for these guys for all the hard work they put in. Thanks to Joe and Rich for joining us as well. I'll be live in the morning. Should be around 9:30ish, hopefully. Be early tomorrow. No idea what I'm going to do. Probably going to be editing video, I think, to be honest. And yeah, there we go. As always, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your night. Not there's long left. And we'll catch you in the morning. All right.
Thanks for having me, folks.
Yeah.
Take care.
Good night, folks.